Nice. What's up, Brad? Man, last time we spoke, you said some of your guys are going to be back in the ring at the end of the year. Is that still official?
Yeah, you know how it is though. At like the preliminary level, you gotta. It's a lot to go on, man. It's actually harder at that level than it is, once you get up a little bit. So everybody's still working. All of my guys should be fighting between December and January, except for Caleb. You know, I'm still don't have a date for him yet.
So we're talking about J. Rog and Kyron Davis.
Karan fighting December 16th.
Okay.
J
How
Rock
is
is
he?
fighting January 12th, and my other two guys, they're fighting like Romuald Cruz and Iran Peterson. They're like all like mixed in there. I'm still trying to figure out everything with them. But Julian's fighting January 12th in Atlantic City, and Karan is fighting December 16th in Minnesota.
Nice. Um, any notable names that we know of?
Neither one of them is big fights, but with Karan, they might call me They might call me for Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger, man. But guess what? He gonna be ready this time. He gonna be ready this time. He in shape. So
Yeah.
nobody's gonna catch us. It's not gonna be no 2 week thing and all that kind of stuff. He's gonna be ready this time.
Nice, nice. So, man, we had some fights this Thursday. Um, let's start with the that co-main, man. Actually, let's start with some of these prospects here. We got Abdullah Mason and Emilio Vargas. What do you think about the two prospects?
Both of them is the truth. Both of them the truth. Them kids is nice. Both of them. I could see them being on the collision course maybe 4 or 5 years down the road. Abdullah Mason might be my favorite prospect right now. He bad. But Vargas is that Vargas right there, the one that's with Top Rank. He nice. He's
Yeah.
nice. I like him. I like both of them.
How nice do you think the Vargas is? Like, do you think Emilio might like be able to surpass his father?
Man, I don't like making them comparisons because it's Father for killers.
He
You know
did.
what I'm saying? So this is a different era. It's Father for Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Ike Corte, and Winky Wright, bro. That's
Killers.
like that's like so the kid might be good as his father. I don't know. I do think he's probably the most talented out of his brothers from what I've seen, but I haven't seen as much of them as I have of him. But Top Rank signed him for a reason, so you know what I mean. But I don't want to compare because his dad fought serial killers, man. That would be like him fighting Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, um, Gary Russell, Gary Antoine Russell, and just pick some. That's the equivalent of him having to do that. Do we really? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
different eras. I don't like to compare eras because it's just different. He probably won't even let his son go through that. To keep it real, he probably say, "You don't gotta do all of that, man." You know what I mean? So it's just different. So when you fight that many killers, things get exposed about you, good and bad. So I don't know if he got that in him. His dad was an animal. You know what I mean? He was. So
He jumped in the fire young too.
he was a killer. I mean,
Mhm.
that's what he was. He was a killer. He won the title when he was like 20. I think he's still the youngest junior middleweight champion in the history of boxing.
Wow. Wow.
So you know what I mean? Like, and those are divisions that historically guys wait a little bit longer to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of like progress a little bit slower in those divisions. But he jumped off the boat. I think he was like 14-0 and fought for a title.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, against Yuri Boy Campos. So his dad was a killer. So let's just kind of wait and see what the kid got before we start comparing them to that.
True. True. Both of those guys scored second round knockouts that night. They look great. Um, Coming into the co-main event with Navarrete and Conceição, uh, that was
I can't ever say the guy's name. You
right.
say do it. Yeah, I can't say his name, but he fought his butt off. I thought that the decision was justified. I thought it was justified. because Navarrete scored two big knockdowns, but all of the quiet rounds, I thought that guy was outworking them and winning. You know what I'm saying? The quiet and people don't realize that the quiet rounds get scored like the judges have to score those rounds too, where not a lot is happening. And those are the rounds that causes confusion with sometimes of the controversial scorecards where everybody be like, well, now Roddy did this and he beat him up bad. But what about the rounds where nobody was getting beat up real bad, but the guy was outworking them? The judges have to hand in their scorecards for those rounds also. So I thought it was a fair decision. I was saying to myself, like, damn, this dude winning a lot of these rounds that's not like a lot of crazy stuff is happening. Navarrete won his rounds big with the knockdowns and he kept hurting the guy to the body. So he won his rounds kind of big, but that dude did a good job, man. He was real determined that night.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, you think they got that? So you believe that they got it right? You think a draw was great and they should run it back?
Yeah, because I thought the boy won about 7 rounds, but
Mm-hmm.
he got knocked down twice. You know what I'm saying? So if you get knocked down twice and you win 7 rounds, your scorecard is 113. People
And he
don't
takes
really even know how to do the math on these scorecards. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So if you win 5 rounds, you got 113. So usually a 7-5 fight is 115 to 113, but he got dropped twice. So that takes away 2 points away from him. So 113, 113. It was similar to kind of like Wilder Fury first fight,
Mm,
where Fury won more rounds, but Wilder got the knockdown, so it kind of makes up for a couple of the rounds. I mean, that's basically what I saw. So I saw he did good. I wouldn't have been surprised if I wouldn't have been shocked if he won the fight. You know what I mean? Because he all the rounds that he wasn't hurting, he won to me.
mm, mm. Now, speak upon Navarrete as a fighter. I've talked to certain trainers, and some people always in the comments say, it's just a sloppy fighter, rock'em sock'em type of a fighter. But I see certain things in Navarrete's game that it might not look textbook, but it works. Can you speak upon those things? Because I know that you break down things great.
Um, what up? I'm about to walk in the gym. Sometimes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Sometimes a guy's sum total outweighs his parts. And there's fighters that's like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're difficult fights, but they don't look, as technically sound or like as aesthetically pleasing as other fighters, but they know how to get the job done, right? So you got
Hmm.
guys like Antonio Margarito, right? You got guys like Carl Froch. You got guys like Marcos Maidana, where they kind of fight within their own style, and it's crude and it's weird and it's crazy looking and nobody likes it. But them dudes be winning world titles and they beat like some special fighters. How else can we explain Ricardo Mayorga having wins over Fernando Vargas and Vernon Forrest? How can we explain um, Marcos Maidana giving Floyd Mayweather a hell of a fight and getting a majority decision loss? How could we explain? Well, Antonio Margarito, he had the hand, you know, the caster, whatever it was, issues.
Yeah, with
But
Cotto.
Margarito was a rough dude, bro. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He didn't have no plaster on his chin. He was a rough dude. So sometimes guys like that, you know, in like urban areas, even like where we from, Philly, slick and stuff like that. Sometimes we don't appreciate dudes that know how to just get the job done, man, and fight without without looking so pretty. But them kind of dudes are dangerous. They real dangerous, man. And they know what they doing. And Navarrete, I'm not saying he like the best pound for pound guy in the world, but he tough to beat. You know what I mean? He tough to beat. And he listen, he's like what? Undefeated in title fights. He done won titles from 122 to 130. He putting together a hell of a career.
Hmm.
So
Um,
I respect a guy like that.
you think he can move up to 135? Mix it up with some of those guys?
Uh No, I think that eventually, the thing about that kind of style, eventually it burns out really fast because they gotta like the action and how hard they gotta fight. So eventually they kind of they kind of just burn out and they don't really, the next thing you know, they kind of like fall off the cliff. So I don't think he could deal with like Shakur and Tank and all those guys, especially being an X 22 pounder. But he didn't had a good career for himself. You know what I mean? He definitely has, and I respect guys like that, man. But just because a guy don't fight the way you know that we like to see, that don't mean that they can't fight.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Carl Froch went to the Hall of Fame, and look at him fight. There's nothing pretty about how he fight. So you could fall into the trap of a guy not fighting the way you want him to fight, instead of how good he is and how he's producing. That dude ain't lost a fight in like years. He done won three titles, 122, 126, 130. Like he won a couple more big fights. He might be a Hall of Famer.
Hmm.
So, you just gotta I'm always open minded to that. Like people don't like to bring race into it. But like when I go away with my kids for like tournaments and stuff, I'll tell my son, like, don't think them kids can't play because they white boys, man. Them
Yeah,
jokers, they might can play. Don't get into that. When guys come to the gym and they're not like a black dude and they cut up and you can see they six pack. I'm like, that don't mean nothing all the time, man. Don't fall into that. So now Rade is one of those guys that he can fight. He
that's a
definitely can
fact.
fight.
Now, for the main event, Shakur Stevenson and Edwin de los Santos. A lot of people in the media giving people grief, talking about it's one of the most boringest fights in history of boxing. Um, what's your thoughts on the fight and your initial reaction?
Um, it wasn't a good fight. I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't a good fight. I still think Shakur Stevenson is the truth, though. I think that we gotta, you know, allow guys to be themselves, and then he get compared a lot to Bud and Floyd, and he has the relationship with Andre Ward, and I'm not saying he can't beat him, but right now, he's not where they were, so and that's okay. He's 26. He only has 21 fights. He got to evolve at his own time. And De Los Santos can punch. You know what I mean? He's sharp. When you asked me last week, who did I pick? What did I tell you?
Shakur.
But I said he's probably going to play it safe because that boy could punch.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think
You
you
remember
gave.
that?
Yeah,
I
you.
said Shakur by decision because he probably going to play it safe because the guy could punch. And fighters got self preservation. He's the one in there with the guy. He could feel that dude could punch. That kid was sharp and he was like real reactive.
Mhm.
So if he hasn't, you know, he didn't feel as though that he needed to risk a win to entertain. And I'm not, it is an entertainment, it is professional boxing, but you also it don't it I'd rather win ugly than entertain and lose. You know what I mean? So you definitely want to entertain, but it don't supersede winning. So I just felt as though like he played it a little safe because the guy could punch. He hasn't developed. I'm not gonna say he hasn't developed because I seen him do it, but he wasn't willing to do it versus this guy. You know what I mean? Like Bud, take that guy and about the eighth or ninth round, he'd stop him. You know, Floyd and Ward would have start walking him down and roughing him up. See how Floyd did that? You know,
They walked him
Ward
up.
Ward Ward would have roughed him up. They may not have stopped him, but they would have beat on him. But Shakur haven't developed that with that level of explosiveness and that level of guy yet. So he did what he did best, and that's take a step back, box, and win a decision. He gonna get criticism because he does, he talks a little bit of shit, and that come with the game. But I accept it what it is. He's a talented fighter that just wasn't worth, it wasn't worth it for him to go for the knockout or try to impress versus such a dangerous opponent. And sometimes we just gotta just accept that, like, but the paying public, The other side is that they might not come out to see you like that no more. They might not appreciate you no more. They might not, that was a big platform being on a Thursday night, right in front of that race car weekend. And it
F1,
hasn't
yeah.
been a lot of boxing on Thursday night. So he didn't have not much to compete with except Thursday night football. So that was a big platform that they put him on. And the second side to that is, all right, Shakur, you got your win, but we're not gonna pay to see you no more. So that come with that. Some fighters you can't showcase. Some guys is just well-rounded, really good fighters, and they gotta be you gotta put them in with real good guys to appreciate them. You can't really showcase them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fighters that's like that. Like Bernard Hopkins was like that, where again certain guys he don't look good. You put him in there with Tarver, Trinidad, and Pavlik, he put on masterpieces. So we
Mm.
just we just gotta wait for their career to play out. Right now Shakur is a boxing savant, but he hasn't developed that part of his game where he could stop a big time punching threat and take the chance and go in there. What he's developed is I know how to beat that guy and win without taking the chance. So we gotta let him evolve at where he's at in his career and not expect him to be Bud, who's a serial killer, or Dre, who like one of the roughest dudes you ever want to see, or Floyd, because when Floyd was in that situation with Sharp Zab Judah, Floyd just held his hands up, walked to him, beat his body, hit him with lead right hands, and won like 7, 8 rounds in a row after getting off to a bad start. They all time great, special, special, special guys, and they complete packages. And Shakur probably could get there, but right now he did what he's comfortable with. Boxers speak in a different language. It's not just what they say, it's what they do. And it's not the first time he faced a puncher. I think the guy was an African dude named Jeremiah something. I can't
Nakatilia.
pronounce. You got it. And he played the safe versus him. So you know, he's in there. He's the one feeling the punches. So if you feel a certain kind of threat, you do certain kind of things. You know what I mean? But I'm not upset or you know, I'm not saying it was a great performance because it wasn't. But that don't mean everybody can beat Shakur. That don't mean that he can't outbox other dudes. That's because what we got to see now. We got to see how everybody else do versus De Los Santos. Let's
Facts.
see another champ pick him out and do to him what y'all want Shakur to do to him. So we got to see. Now, if somebody else do it, uh, then you know, then that's gonna be a feather in their cap. That'll devalue Shakur's performance. But if he go in there and get another elite guy and they don't engage him or he stop him, then you gotta look at Shakur like, okay. So Tom always tells all. We always quick to judge and say different things in this era, but Tom will let you know exactly what that performance really meant. That's what it will. It'll tell you either way what the performance meant.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we have over 123 people on the live, only 16 likes. Let's get these likes up to improve the visibility of the show. So when people say, hey, Shakur was running, did you see running in that fight?
No, I didn't really see running. What I saw was that a fighter where he was like a minimalist. You ever like you got any family members or they don't need a lot, you know what I mean? They don't need a fancy car, they don't need a
Yeah.
big nice house. He was a minimalist where he said the more you punch, the more you leave yourself open to be hit. So guys by nature who throw a lot of punches, those guys are like daredevils by natures. Um, Either they got good chins or crazy hearts where they don't care about getting hurt, but they let their punches go. Shakur is more economical with his punches. He's defense first. I didn't see a guy running. I saw a guy that's just being real careful because he was in there with a puncher. That's honestly what I saw. But I could tell from the very first round that De Los Santos had some steam on his shots. I could tell like, man, Shakur better be careful with this boy. I was literally saying that to myself, like yo, he better be careful. This boy throwing some steam. And they was both southpaws, so that kind of some of the advantages that Shakur might have with a right-handed fighter where he could get around them, they was kind of lined up in front of each other. So I just saw the dangerous fighter. I didn't see him running. I just saw him saying, you know what, I'm going to take the least amount of risk to get this win. because this guy in here is dangerous. And fighters they may can't come out and say that, but that's just basically what I saw. Shakur's a prideful guy. If he could have did to him what he did to Jamel Herring, he would have did it. You know what I mean? But he's a prideful guy, and it was like, oh, all right, let me just win this one and be impressive in the next one. Sometimes it's like that, you know. Again, it wasn't an impressive performance, but I don't make excuses. That boy can punch. He's fast. He's not. He's very reactive. Like Shakur didn't have a big speed advantage over him. If you look at that fight real good, it wasn't big. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know if it was a one.
Yeah, they speed was like even to me. He
Yeah.
punched. He punched harder. You know what I mean? He not as good defensively. He's not as good technically, but the speed and the reflexes and stuff like that, that was like it was even, right? Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so he didn't have those advantages where other guys where he engaged, um, he had those advantages over them. So he was able to let his hands go a little bit more because they couldn't match him with speed and reaction time. Well, that dude was able to match him with speed and reaction time. So it was a little bit different for him to engage him. You know what I mean? So, you know, he said, all right, I'm a box and just be smart. And you know,
Right.
he gonna get the criticism because of it.
Yeah.
Part of the game. You can't tell everybody, you know, you can't say certain things and then expect that. But I see past that. You know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson is hard to beat, bro. And he's still gonna be hard to beat, regardless of this performance. Everybody's not De Los Santos. Everybody's not that fast and sharp. He'll be hard to beat because of that. And like I said, for everybody that want to criticize him, he deserved the criticism. It was not a good performance to be on that platform. But let's see the other lightweights deal with De Los Santos. If he's so easy and Shakur, you know, should have did X, Y, and Z, let's see the other guys do X, Y, and Z. And I'm not saying he can't. I just want to see him do it because I
Mm-hmm.
think that De Los Santos, from what I saw,
He's
he
in the top
is
five.
he a tough fight. He a tough fight for anybody. He 24. He don't got no wear or tear and tear on him. He's very, very fast. If he like get his IQ up a little bit more and learn how to
Mhm.
set traps a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? Because
Here we
in
go.
in all fairness, he didn't throw a lot of punches. He didn't put Shakur in a position where Shakur needed to do more to beat him. De Los Santos' work rate was kind of down. He could
Mhm.
figure out a way to use his jab a little bit more and set traps a little bit more. Bro, that boy gonna be hard to beat. He's
Mhm.
like a little bit off because he couldn't get his hands off either. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a one-way thing. Neither one of them could really get their hands off. So
Mhm.
if he gets that, but he only 16 and 2. You know what I'm saying? He's only 24 years old. He got time to develop. But if he could develop, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, talking to Dallas Santos' coach, he believed coming into the fight and after the fight it was a split mirror. It was like like Shakur Stevenson was seeing himself in there at moments, and I like that you said that the IQ and probably the a half a second that Shakur had for timing, but everything else was like a split mirror for sure. I like that you said that.
Yeah,
Um,
he if he that's just gonna come with seasoning. You know what I mean? He's 16 and 2. You know, if he develops right, he's gonna be a problem, man. You can see a lot of good stuff in there. Let me just tell you this. Those rounds wasn't clear. He didn't get
hard to
dominated.
score.
Like one,
It was
one
hard to
judge
score.
had it like 7-5. Like that could have been a six. That was a weird fight to score. Nobody beat the other one up. You know what I mean? I think the most constant punch Shakur landed was maybe a jab to the stomach. It was a tough fight.
I think he stopped it. I think he stopped the jab to the stomach and started going
Hmm.
more towards the head because he
Hmm.
was getting caught with Delos Santos. You know when it is when you have to take a chance sometimes when you go downstairs.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's why everybody don't body punch.
Right. Exactly.
That's why everybody don't body punch, man. But that was a tough fight. Like and both of them had the other ones thinking, and having to be like mentally on point can be physically draining. You kind of have
Mhm.
to be like aware all the time. So it is what it is, man. Let's just see, how they look moving forward.
You know, people were saying that this was a chess match. Some people like, where was the chess in it? Coach, let them know what they mean by this being a chess match.
Well, it just means like, both guys are thinking and they're not fighting blindly. Um, it was a chess match. It just wasn't an exciting chess match, but it was
Might have been
definitely
checkers.
a
Might have
yeah,
been a high speed checkers.
yeah. It just wasn't exciting. Uh, both of them wanted the other one to lead and make some mistakes and open up so they could knock the other one's head off, but neither one of them was willing to do it. And then both of them respected each other's reaction time and stuff like that. Like again, it's not just all on Shakur. De Los Santos is the B side, and he was coming in with something to prove, and he was the one fighting on the top ranked card, and it's up to him also to go out there and
Were you
and
expecting that as well towards the championship rounds? Were you expecting that from
um
Dos Santos?
honestly, I don't know him well enough to say if I was expecting it or not. I only seen him fight twice. I don't really know enough about him to say that,
As far
but
as B side though, as far as B side
um,
going into the fight and not
yeah, I
being
mean, because the B side and the A side thing is a real thing in boxing. Nobody wants to admit it, but it is. So, um, listen, Shakur is a tough guy to look good against too, man. You know what I mean? He just is. He not no easy guy to look good against, and he got a way about him where it kind of like slows down your output. You don't see guys throw a bunch of punches. It's a couple of styles that I think they give Shakur trouble, and one of them is like that. What will give Shakur trouble? Gary Antoine Russell.
yeah, they sparred.
He ain't
Good
gonna
work.
wait. He not gonna wait. He got the athleticism and the technical ability to match some stuff, but more importantly, he got the temperament to not sit back and wait and allow himself to get picked apart. A lot of times, guys like that give those neat boxers trouble. De Los Santos can punch, but he really not a stalk and go get you guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different. But a guy like Gary Anton Russell, he gonna hold his hands up. He gonna come to him. And I don't know what happened in the sparring, but without headgear on and bright lights and small gloves, that's a real tough fight stylistically for Shakur because he's not gonna stop. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna wait. He not gonna stop. That kid go. You know what I mean? That's a tough fight for Shakur. But De Los Santos, he kind of he don't really fight like Shakur, but he's really a boxer that can just punch. That's a little different. He not like an attacker. So waiting on Shakur, it
Yeah,
causes
he's
you
not a
because
predator. He's not a
you got it.
predator.
You got it. See, people confuse punching power with style. That kid William Cepeda might be a tough fight for Shakur but I got to see him versus other guys to see how much he gonna respect Shakur because you cannot wait on Shakur. If you sit back and wait on him and go move for move, you just can't do it. You know what I mean? So it's two sides to that. As much as Shakur is the star, he gonna get the criticism. He was talking a bunch before the fight. De Los Santos probably got to put out a little bit more in that moment. But again, Shakur's skill set, it slows you down. It makes you not work so much. It makes you not getting your hands off. People used to always be like, well, Floyd only throw 40 punches around. I'm like, yeah, well, how many punches do his opponents throw? It's something that he's doing in there to stop them from throwing any punches. So when you sit back and you think with Floyd, he gonna pick you apart. But the
Yes.
guys that gave Floyd trouble is actually the guys that didn't think. They just was animals. They just was reactive. They didn't submit to his skill set. His two toughest fights, what were they? Jose Luis Castillo and Marcos Maidana. As far as points, not saying they're the best fighters. They want not. That's different. But stylistically, they gave him the most trouble because they just didn't sit around and just think with him. They just fought. So De Los Santos was probably thinking a little bit too much. But Shakur makes you do that.
Right, right, absolutely. Um, would you like to see a rematch, or would you just like to see these guys go about their ways, show that they can improve, and then maybe meet down the line? What's your thoughts on that?
I think what you said, let them improve, meet down the line. This is a business, and I'm sure they both got paid well. And with all the criticism that they getting right away, nobody's gonna pay for that um, next. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna pay for that next. It's gonna take some time. So just let them improve a little bit.
Do you believe Edwin de los Santos, even though that there wasn't much, it was kind of a boring fight? Do you think his stock went up due to the fact that Shakur didn't beat him, and he got all this exposure at the same time?
Yes. Isn't that crazy how boxing go?
Yep.
Yes, it did. It's crazy because of the fact that one judge I think had it 115, 113. He wasn't clearly dominated. There's some people who think he won. There's some people who can't tell who won. And because Shakur got getting all of the criticism, De Los Santos stock does go up because Shakur is one of those guys that outpoints guys like 120, 108. And the fact that it was close like that, it definitely made his stock go up.
What bothers me, Coach, and I don't know how you feel about it, but like now people are like discrediting Shakur as far as I don't want to see a Haney fight. I don't want to see a Gervonta Tank Davis fight. These are all pay-per-view fights. Do you think that's cap?
I think it's cat. But uh, listen, it does hurt your stock when you go on that platform and lay an egg. But anybody, if Tank and Shakur sign to fight tomorrow, everybody would pay to see it. 'Cause, you know. Now, here go the problem though. You can't match Shakur in like certain kind of showcase fights because you got to put him in. You know who they should put him in there with? That Moratella guy.
Raymond,
Yep. Just go ahead and put him in there with that guy
what do you
because that's
see?
a big fight.
Big
You know, the
puncher.
the guy is a big puncher. He's Latino. He's gonna come and he's gonna bring it. And they'll bring the best out of each other. That's the fight that they just need to go ahead and make. Like, all right, you know what? Because for the kind of money Shakur want, they can't put him in with certain kind of guys and showcase him.
Some people say that type of style nobody could beat because you're not engaging, you're not doing anything for guys that are maybe not athletically sound to be able to make those adjustments and don't have those cat-like reflexes. What would you have to say about that?
Um,
And that's probably why people don't might not want to fight him because of the style alone.
Anybody could be beat. I never say a style can't be beat. That's not
Cool.
true. Anybody could lose a fight, bro.
Hmm.
Willie Pep got the same style. He lost fights. Pernell Whitaker got this similar style. They lost fights. Um, Anybody could be beat. Shakur Stevenson can be beat just like anybody else. It's going to take a lot to beat him, but no style is unbeatable. No fighter is unbeatable. Roy Jones lost.
Hmm.
He ain't Shakur a great fight. He ain't as good as Roy Jones. Anybody could lose a fight, bro.
Or Whitaker.
Yes, people could lose. So I don't. You're never gonna hear me say somebody can't be beat because that's not true.
Right, right. Well, this week, man, we have like a crazy card. Obviously on your side of the street. Now, out of that whole card, even we have like even outside of the pay-per-view portion, we have like Libanez and like Michelle Rivera. Like as far as like the main event is concerned, what fights do intrigue you the most?
Uh, that's a good card, man. All of them, they some good fights. Obviously, the main event is the one, but they put together a good card. All them fights is gonna be smokers.
I never spoke to you about Subriel Matias. I never got your facts. What your thoughts on Subriel Matias?
Monster. I think he a monster, but I think he in a tough fight. That boy got a good straight left hand that he fight.
Yeah,
Got a good straight left hand, and I want to see if he can avoid it.
yeah. I guess he fights out of the Kronk gym as well. So
I
that's
think he trained by Sugar Hill. Yep.
yeah.
He got a good straight left hand, man. So I want to see if Matias can walk through it and get to him.
Mm. And if that is the case, and do you believe like at 140? What do you believe in him at with all these guys at 140? He's a
Matias,
champion.
I
Yeah.
want to see him and Russell fight. That's a war.
I don't
Let's
know if
make the
you know.
fight.
I've been trying to marinate that.
Yeah, they need to fight, man. Gary Russell Jr. I mean, what
Antoine.
Antoine Russell? He the truth, man. He ready to go. Like he can go. I want to see that boy fight. I'm really big on him. I want to see him and Matthias. That's a war. That's like fight of the year written all over it. I want to see
Nice.
him go.
Who do you favor?
Today I like Antoine Russell, but let me ask me again after that fight, after Lipinets. I want to see how much Lipinets got left.
Yeah, Michelle Rivera and Limbiness. Michelle Rivera and Limbiness. What do you think about them?
Um, I don't know. Didn't Michelle Rivera have some PED issues? Did he pop for
Yeah,
30?
he did.
I
He did.
can't really call a guy that pop. It's hard to tell because you don't know when they start using, when they stop using, what happened. It's hard to tell. So I can't really get an assessment on the guy that got caught with something dirty in their body. So I really don't know. It depends on what Lipinets got left. But if they both right, I'm gonna pick Lipinets. But who knows if they was even tested in this stuff. Once you test dirty, everything you do gets cloudy after that. So it's hard to tell. And he was having
Um,
a hard time making weight, pop dirty, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of circumstantial evidence that lead up to the real evidence. You know what I mean? When guys have a hard time making weight, they usually take something so they can have energy to still be in the gym because they cutting abnormal amounts of weight, all of that kind of stuff. So I can't. It's hard to assess a fighter who has some PED issues, especially this recently.
I respect that. I respect that. That co-main though, that co-main with Jamal Charlo and Jose Benavidez. I talked to Jose Benavidez Jr. and I said, what are the chances of you trying to stop this fight with Jamal Charlo, future fight with Jamal Charlo and Caleb Plant, because you know that they had some tension one time in the gym with Jose Benavidez and Caleb. I think Caleb smacked him. Caleb smacks everybody, right? But at the end of the day, what do you think about that fight itself? Do you think that it's tailor made for Jamal, or do you think he's in a real fight?
I think he's in a real fight, but he has so many advantages, man. You know what I mean? Jamal is a big, strong guy. Benavidez is an ex 40 pounder, and they fighting at a 163 catch weight. He ain't. I don't think he could deal with Jamal. I'm not gonna say can't deal with him, but I just think it's just too much for him to overcome. You know what I mean?
Too much of an uphill battle.
Yeah, like 163. Jamal's like a super middleweight, man. Big, strong jab and everything. Uh, I don't know. That's just a lot to deal with.
And the layoff and everything else, that doesn't
It
phase them.
does. It does. It does. He could be rusty. We got to see. I expect Benavidez to fight good, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to handle Jamal's jab.
When we talk about the main event, you spoke a little bit about that with me, but stylistically, man, if you had to do the keys to victory for both fighters, what would you say?
Davis' keys to victory is not let Demetrius hit his body so much. David comes in kind of high, and even though you know, he's a really, really good pressure fighter and things like that, you could hit him to the body because of the way he's built. He just built tall, and he got like a big frame, and he's walking into you, and his legs are straight, so you can hit him to the body. And Demetrius a pretty good body puncher, so I think he can't let himself get hit to the body. And I think that even if he's losing rounds, he got to make Demetrius work. We can't just let him be comfortable because if he's comfortable in the second half of the fight, where he turns it on, Demetrius will have some energy left. I also think they've got to get to Demetrius' body. Demetrius, I don't want to say he's sloppy because nobody ever took advantage of it, but I'll say he's unconventional. So he does a lot of things, but it don't seem like he could defend his body well. Guys that's all over the place like that, their head may be moving, but you can hit him to the body. So I think David has to hit to his body. And again, just don't let Demetrius be comfortable early in the fight. Even if he's losing rounds, he got to make him work. Um, I think uh, I think Demetrius got to go to his body. I think he got to keep the fight in the center of the ring. He can't go up against the rope. David is held up against the ropes. Um, and I think um, that he can't allow himself to be carried too fast because once David get his rhythm, he starts snowballing. He's a you know what. He is a you know what. So it comes down to that. You know what I mean? I think Demetrius got a hell of a chance. I just don't know about his durability because I
Correct.
never seen him get hit. You know what I mean? I don't know about his durability. A couple of times I did see him get hit. There was a little effect, but I'm wondering if he can just take it. Because if he can take it, he's probably gonna win this fight. You know what I
Mm,
mean? I think because he's a winner. He has tremendous pedigree. He hasn't lost in like, man, God knows
Right.
when. You know what I mean? Maybe the Olympics. I think that's like what 2008. I mean, he's just a hell of a fighter. But he gotta he gotta be able to take it. He gotta be able to take it. So I'm curious to see if he could just take David down the stretch. I'll tell you one thing, Demetrius is stronger than people realize. He can
Okay.
grapple. He's feisty. Look at his build. He don't have a weak build. So I wouldn't be surprised if he can move David back and grapple him and tie him up a little bit. Physical strength is gonna play a big part in this also. But the only question I got is, can Demetrius take the pound and does he have the durability down the stretch?
So that being said, like with the clinching piece, from firsthand how David handles that as well. He don't mind hitting you with an elbow, and I don't even think it's intentional. I just think that just
You
the
know
way he
what?
throws it.
I ain't mad at him for that. That's what he got to do. I'm. That's part of the game. He could throw
Hmm.
elbows, low blows. You just got to throw him back. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I told Caleb like you got to hit him back there. It's part of the game. He don't want you to hold him. You trying to hold him to get a rest. He hits you low. You hit him low. He hit you with an elbow. You hit him with an elbow. It's all part of the game. Demetrius gonna have that attitude because the storm is coming. It's just a matter of what round he start cooking in.
So that being said, like Caleb Plant, he's very good with his feet. And what I see too, he's very light on his feet. Demetrius is not as light on his feet. And I feel like, do you believe because of that, like the fatigueness could set in? If he's obviously moving around the ring. I like what Andre Rozier and him are working on as far as taking the angle, keeping it in the middle of the ring. It's easier to practice that, but then when it's live, it's hard, right?
But you know what?
So,
They got to
mhm,
practice it, right? That's
mhm,
is Rozier's job to practice it and hope that it come through in the fight, But David, it's his job to not allow it. But Demetrius got to keep the fight in the center of the ring. If he go to the ropes too early, he gonna get hurt. He has to
mm.
keep the fight in the center of the ring.
Who do you favor in that fight?
Slight favorite to Benavidez,
Very slight.
very slight.
You told us the keys to victory. What are some of the key punches that you think for both fighters that people should look out for?
Demetrius is straight left hand to the body.
Oh, not the over the top that he throws.
That the straight left hand to the body gonna open up the over the top.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You
true.
can hit David with straight body shots, so he got to keep touching him straight to the body.
With the
Um,
jab,
no, straight
with the
left hand.
jab or
He's a
with the left?
southpaw. His
Yeah.
southpaw, straight left hand to the body.
Okay.
Um, and
And for David.
D- David's lead right hand and his left hook to the body.
Not his uppercut due to the fact that Demetrius likes to fall in sometimes,
I mean, listen, all the
and you
punches
could
are going to
dictate
get
that to the body into the top.
thrown, but his lead right hand is going to be a big shot for Demetrius. Demetrius can be hit with lead right hands and southpaws. He's always bending over. Demetrius has always bending over. Their liver is on their right side, so they're easy to get in the hook to the liver. You could get the
Right.
hook to the liver on because people. I don't know why nobody try to hit southpaws with left hooks to the liver, but the liver is on the same side that's as close to you. So I think
Hmm.
he should. That should be a good target for him. And that's his hardest punch. He punch harder to the body than he do the head. So that's really his hardest punch.
Do you feel like because it's a southpaw and orthodox fight? Do you think like the body work should be uh there for both fighters?
Yep, both of them. I think they both going to be hitting each other a lot to the body.
Mm,
But the
mm,
thing is, we know David can take it. We got to see if Demetrius can take it. David liked taking punishment. We got to see if Demetrius can take it.
mm. Great, great intel, great intel, Brad. Man, I appreciate you for tapping in, Brad. Thank you for the talk. Everybody loves you on the channel, like God bless. On to the next, and enjoy the rest of your day, and happy holidays.
Appreciate that. I see y'all.
All right, brother. Much love. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's improve the visibility of the show. That was Stefan Breadman Edwards, Caleb Plant's trainer. uh, Kyron Davis is trainer, J Rock is trainer, plenty much more fighters. He's a boxing historian. He definitely knows his boxing. Came from the basketball coaching, and he translated that into boxing. And when we talk about old school boxing, when we talk about some of the legends in the sport, Hall of Famers in the sport, Brad Man is heavy, really heavy on it. But another great interview, like always. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Uh, didn't get to say good morning to you guys. I mean, I just woke up right into an interview, man. But let's get into some of this boxing talk and all that. Shout out to everybody on the live, Mr. Everything, Garcia, Jackie Hernandez, Alexander Rochev, everybody on the live, Larry Lopez, everybody on the live. Salute, salute, salute. Pound for pound, what's going on? Everybody on the live. We got Lorenzo up in the building. What's crack-a-lacking, my guy? What's crack-a-lacking, man? Good, good afternoon. Good afternoon, man. Another beautiful day. Where we at? Tuesday. Tuesday. We all got to get ready for Thanksgiving, right? We all got to get ready for Thanksgiving. Salute, man. Sportsbook GOAT. It's the guy in the building, man. So I wanted to do a little recap upon you know, yeah, Mr. Everything. We all woke up to an interview. Yeah, and if you didn't, watch those, um and the great journalist on boxing scene. Appreciate you. Uh, you know, at the end of the day, I wanted to recap on some of the things that we spoke upon yesterday. We had some great interviews from our people that tune in to the channel. You guys could refer. You guys could talk to the chat. Uh, Tell everybody to go check out those interviews, man, because I feel like there was some detail in those interviews yesterday. There were certain things that you had to look forward to, and there were some mind games in there, um, even off of just the De Los Santos and Shakur fight. But I'm gonna get into it right now and explain to y'all what I mean by that. So first off, I mean, we talked to Cello yesterday, Edwin De Los Santos' coach. He spoke upon certain things. Some of those things were, he sat. De Los Santos is a big puncher to the point that he stopped six of his sparring partners gearing up to the fight. He also, they had a mole. They had a mole. That was one of the things that people didn't they don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? You already know Calvin Ford. He's my guy. Um, but they had a mole in the camp, and I feel like in this day and age, warfare is warfare. You got to be ready for that. I think that that's something that you have to be ready for. And I'm gonna be also putting the link in the chat like always. Right after the fight, I gotta go get my other phone. I'm not prepared to just Steph Breadman hit me up early in the morning and said, "Yo, we ready to go." So I'm gonna go get that phone. So oh shit, I'm gonna go get that phone so you guys can come in and chop it up with your boy. But some of the key things, right? Um, Having a mole in your camp to strategize to get Shakur's team to be thinking a little bit different about De Los Santos. I think that was smart of Cello um, to do, because when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, he's a hell of a smart fighter, and at the same time, he's thinking, what does this guy have? You want to be able to take away his confidence. You want to be able to um, dictate what's happening in camp. Um, we all know that we had Richardson Hitchens that spoke on an interview with me, speaking upon Edwin De Los Santos being one of the more dangerous fights in Shakur's career. It's amazing, right? How he made that assumption, and exactly what happened in the fight is exactly what Richardson said. He went on another podcast double backed and said he was just kidding. Now, let me drop that link for everybody, because make sure you guys smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, and please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Um, we're definitely building this channel. We're growing rapidly, and I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for, you know, um, being in my journey in this YouTube. Um, I'll also be putting my Cash App out there as well, just for the people. But let me get this for y'all real quick. Smash the like button while you're waiting, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We got some more interviews today. Also, Bozianis, the interview today is pushed to Thursday on Thanksgiving. I didn't want to do interviews on Thanksgiving, but hey, while we're sitting down waiting for the food, we could hear me and whoever I'm interviewing and talking that shit. Uh, Here we go. Um, Once again, guys, smash the like button. Smash 130 people, 66 likes. We definitely got to do better than that, guys. We definitely got to do better than that. If you support the channel, if you enjoy the content, please, it's free. Smash the like button. It would be really appreciated. The link is in the chat. And, the topic here is some of the interviews that we did yesterday. And also people that enjoy the channel that want to, just chop it up with your boy. Ask some questions that you want, to be answered. I mean, not that I just understand boxing, but I feel like I learn a lot more because I do these interviews, and I start to think and why certain coaches say the certain things that they do. But the link is in the chat. Phone lines are open. Make sure you guys go out, press the link, and let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. Start the show, Elite Boxing Talk, and we are here. Other things that I've seen in our interview with Cello was that he believed. Oh, did you guys like the fact that uh, Devin Haney bought the first front row? He he bought the first front row, and he told everybody. He said, "Listen, coach, don't be mad, but we bought the whole front row. We got a great deal on it." And Devin Haney bought the whole front row in Shakur's fight, and just to make sure that they seen that it was empty in there. So if there was nobody sitting in the front row, say thank you to Devin Haney and Bill Haney for that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was something funny, because Mayweather used to do stuff like that. Mayweather used to do stuff like that. But nevertheless, I think that there was a lot of intel into the fight. Cello said that when people talk about copy box, and Edwin De Los Santos landing 40 punches and stuff, like Cello said, hey, that copy box number was written a month ago. He believes that De Los Santos landed more punches than that. And then also, we seen Jermaine Ortiz working up with Bill Haney, and then we had a quick visit by Bill Haney on our live yesterday as well. But his connection, his signal was horrible. He was at the gym working out. But yeah, I've been seeing Jermaine Ortiz working with Bill Haney. Also got to see Bill Haney FaceTime Edwin De Los Santos, and I think that was just it's funny, you know what I'm saying? Because this boxing world is not just boxing inside the ring. There's a whole bunch of strategies outside it that people don't really see. Um, but nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button, smash the like button. We need to get to 100 likes right away, guys, right away, to improve the visibility of the show. It's very important. Cash App will be right here. It's It's J Small and Small 978. That's the Cash App right there, guys. Sling something through. Uh, he's super messing with Shakur. You know, that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like, Mister Everything. But this is part of boxing, right? This is part of boxing. Everything boxing. Salute, my man. Salute, salat. Uh, Good afternoon to everybody on the live. I got the link. It's in the chat. If anybody wants to come in, tap in, get some callers in. Even if you're at work, wanted to come stop by, chop it up with your boy, man. What y'all thought about some of the interviews last night and yesterday? You know what I mean? I think we did like what, 3 or 4 of them. So it was good. It was good. And your intel on the fight, some of the people that haven't been able to call in, this is the time to call in. And we do call-ins for around 5 minutes a piece. And then we keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? We keep it rolling, and that's what it is. There you go, guys. Smash that like button, and please subscribe to the channel. It's very important. Very, very important. That we had a nice interview with Stephen Breadman Edwards earlier today. Probably what, like a few minutes ago, like 10 minutes ago. So make sure you guys check that out as well if you haven't. He always breaks down fights. I love the way he breaks down fights. I think that he breaks down fights a lot better than a lot of these other coaches. Some people just know how to coach. Some people don't even watch boxing. Some coaches don't watch boxing. They only watch the opponent that their contract lays on to the table. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, either way, um, smash the like button, each and every single one of y'all. And like I said again, phone lines are open. We got the link in the chat if you guys want to go chop it up with your boy. We got a lot of people on the live right now, which is important. Um, Thank you, Breadman Edwards. I was saying the same thing. These fighters need to show us how it's done. If they say how to crap Shakur Stevenson was being smart like Breadman said. I heard it was a picture of Shakur's hand going around. Yeah, man. I mean, injuries do happen. Injuries do occur in boxing. Most of these guys don't come in 100%. So that's why it's hard to really judge a fighter by his last opponent, due to the fact of that. But I also wanted to check how the spread is doing um, for this weekend fights. I think that's I'm heavy on those, as far as the spread was very close, and I wanted to know if there's a separation in the spread at all. But it looks like I got to check up on my other phone. You know what I'm saying? A man with many phones. Um, we will see how good or bad Shakur wins is. Mm, mm. Definitely going to start up a poll as well. You know what I mean? Start up a poll right now. Um, I need help. I need help starting a poll as well. So if anybody in the comments, we can set up a poll and really vote on it. What questions should I use for the poll now? So coming in, got a lot of people watching the live. So all I need y'all to do is get this to 100 likes. Every single time we do a live, we need 100 likes plus at all times to support the channel, man. Who else is even willing to fight De Los Santos? I mean, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to find a guy that wants to fight De Los Santos. The good thing about De Los Santos, and like I talked to, Breadman, his stock went up. No matter what you say, popularity is popularity. I was telling my other friend about it. He's like, popularity went up, but the stock didn't go up? Popularity and stock are very, very close to each other, man. I mean, like, it's almost the same thing. I mean, it's easier to talk shit, but can you perform better with the win? Absolutely, Mr. Everything. I mean, people got to prove it. People got to prove it, and there's only one way how to prove it, right? So I think that's That's key, guys. That's key, and I'm glad that you guys pointed that out there. Pointing that out there is very important. But nevertheless, I got one caller here, and then but first I gotta take out a fighter. I gotta take out some of these guys that are talking a lot of. Oof. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We here. It's Mill City Boxing. Um, let's get into this. What poll should I do, guys? What poll? I need help for a poll. Help me out. I need help for a poll. Good afternoon for everybody that's tapping in and to just enter the room. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Blind Faith, what it do, what it do, what it do. Yeah, absolutely, man. Breadman is not just a coach. He's a really good teacher, man. He's a really good teacher. He knows what he's talking about, and that's why he's on the rotation for Mill City Boxing. And we got the phone lines are open as well, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Fight Boxing Gym. Let's share this. Let's do that. Okay. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We're in the building. We are in the building. There we go. There we go. Likes are coming up slowly but surely. Ay, gracia. Oh my goodness. Jackie Hernandez, always supporting. La reina del boxeo. De la boxeo. You know how my Spanish be, girl. It's not very good looking. But we try. You know. I think Coach Chin is made out of glass. That's why he's scared. See, if what makes you determine Shakur Stevenson's chin made out of glass, I think when your chin is made out of glass, you would have to be able to show that. I think that being hesitant, think about it, man. We had Andre Ward, we had Terrence Crawford, Mayweather, all in the locker room. He was trying to impress everybody, guys. He was trying to impress anybody, and why make a mistake? If you make a mistake, you never know what could happen. So I think that because of that, I think that people misjudge. People misjudge what a glass jar is and being safe. Safety first, right? Uh, Edwin de los Santos is a real dog, a real puncher. So if matter of fact, like I said, like what Breadman said, let's wait until who fights Edwin de los Santos next. Let's wait, and if we see that someone is a good opponent for Edwin de los Santos, then we could, figure out what it is. You can make your comparison. But we got our first caller in the building. We got Lorenzo Fight Gym. You already know
Yo, yo, yo.
one of the gyms that look like a nightclub over there up in the West Coast. What's going on,
Yeah,
Lorenzo?
yeah, yeah. Shit, man, here chilling with my
What's
puppy,
on
man.
your
Just got him
mind?
back from the vet. What's the word, man? Oh, man, what's on my mind right now is I don't like the direction that boxing's heading in right now, bruh. I'm displeased with the audience. I'm speaking just to the audience because those that are fanatics, they tend to get out of their way. I believe that if you are going to consider yourself a fan, that you need to become more studious of the craft. That you need to stop placing the fighters on such a high pedestal and remember that this is also a competitive sport, that just because someone loses or they have a bad performance that you just don't write them off. There's everything's situational. This is the only sport that is held to the ramifications and the magnitude of no losses. When everybody else's sports teams, you know what I'm saying, doesn't always win a chip and they always don't make the playoffs. You feel me? You can't name a team in history that ain't took a L. So for me, I feel like a lot of these fans is diluting our sport, and now we're just doing everything we can to appease the fan. And honestly, I think fighters, coaches, um, the media as yourself need to stop pleasing the fans so much and realize that, you know what I'm saying, we are the show. You know what I'm saying? With or without them, this shit's going to continue on. And if we want fighters to fight the big fights, if we want fighters to be liberated and take more risks, the fans got to stop being so critiquing, and they gotta have a little bit more patience. You know what I'm saying? Um, because what they will do is the fans will eventually hinder boxers from taking those chances or getting the big fights because they want to be. It's kind of like a. I know I didn't expect to get the link right now, but it's like our fighters now are trying to please everybody. You get what I'm saying? And you can't please everybody. And we're in this society norm of like we have to watch what we say, we have to watch what we eat, we have to watch what we do, and we're in such a fucking like puppeteer world that it's starting to dilute our sport. And so it's been on my mind lately is I've been telling my fighters, man, fuck a boo, fuck a fan, fuck everybody. It's just you and that person in that ring, and whatever result it is, let it be because it was your best efforts. But let's come out with that dub. Um, but yeah, man, that's where I've been at lately. It hasn't even been so much about who should fight who or what should what. I think fighters need to start fighting the fans to let them know, like, hey, man, stay in your place.
Yeah, man. Yo, your vibe over there, this be like it make me want to say one more time. Oh
Yeah,
shoot.
yeah, man. You
Um,
got to, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
I like to train my fighters like this, like dim in the dark. You know what I'm saying? With the
yeah, yeah,
clients and
yeah.
stuff, with the clients, I'll turn on the lights, but I change the lights contingent upon the mood. Like if I wanted to be more intense, I'll put red on. You feel me? If I need them to speed up, I'll change it to green. It's just the clientele that I have, they like paying for shit like that. You feel me?
Show people the ring.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll show you the ring right now. Hold on, let me actually turn on the lights for the
Smash
ring
the
right now.
like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button.
Let me turn on the lights for the ring right now.
Salute to North City in the chat. What's good, Big Mama? Money, 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 money. Michael D Stories 87. What's going on? What's going on?
I
Smash the
gotta.
like.
There we go.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, LED
My
lit up.
man.
You feel?
Lorenzo. Lorenzo. Yes, Jack. Okay, get into some of these chats as well.
All
To
right,
my
yeah. Let's
people.
talk boxing real quick.
These fighters are only fighting like 2 or 3 times a year. Of course, no one wants to wait all the time for a lackluster performance. Absolutely. And Jackie has seen some of the interviews yesterday. And what's good about this channel is that you can listen to interviews and get your a different intel. What you thought before than listening to a gentleman just like yourself too. I mean, I had someone say, "Hey, this guy seems like he knows what he's talking about." So you can get a different perspective upon what a fight or a matchup or just what goes on in boxing today.
Well, I
Um,
want to comment to what Jackie said in regards to like people waiting. That was Jackie's comment, correct?
right.
Yeah. All right, Jackie. Really quick towards you. So the difference between the 70s, 80s. I mean, we can go always back to the 40s, 50s, but people fighting 10, 12 fights in one year. You got to remember the amount of fighters do not equate to the amount of fighters we have in the game now. So there were fewer popular fighters back then. So they headlined those fighters a lot more because that's where all the publicity was going. Right now in the boxing world, back then, let's say with Tyson, right? You can't name more than 10 people when Tyson was leading the reigns, when he was pound for pound.
Mm,
The reason being is because majority of all the stock was in Tyson. So they had to fight him multiple times a day also to continue to keep boxing alive. Now here
right.
with boxing, now with boxing, we are by the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? There are
Hmm.
so many names, social media, so we don't have to fight our fighters as much anymore because we have so many other fighters. We have so many other prospects. So if we just saturate you with just one person over and over, you're going to be like, what about this person? What about this person? You know what I'm saying? So our different platforms in boxing, allow the ability to showcase other up and coming fighters. You know what I'm saying? Yes, do I believe that the fighters should at least fight minimum each quarter? I do. Um, but at the same time, when you have different divisions and there's names in every weight class, we have to be able to showcase everybody's ability. So I understand the lessening of multiple fights, if that makes any sense to you, Jackie.
Mm.
How do you feel about that, Mill, or were you just too busy?
No, no, no. I agree as far as when it comes to the timing of the sport and these guys, fighting constantly, not fighting constantly. Has Breadman been on already? Yes, D for the win. Breadman has been on. Uh, all the way from the beginning of the segment. We went on for like 55 minutes. As soon as I posted, you could see it, or you could just press that little dot and put it all the way out. Um, we got a great week of boxing, man. A great week of boxing. What's your favorite fight? Underrated fight?
On this upcoming card,
Yes, sir.
or is that just in general?
This upcoming card this weekend.
Believe it or not, man, I'm excited to see the Benavides and Charlo fight.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that, man. I really
You
want to see
spoke upon that before, man.
yeah, I really want to see it because like, there's something about Benavides' tenacity. You know what I'm saying? And I really do think that, you know what I'm saying, this is obviously going to be a difficult task for Charlo. Um,
You
and
think so?
yeah, I do. I mean, he's been out of the ring for a while now, and I think that this is going to be a tough task. I think Benavides is going to want to make a statement. Um, but honestly, I think that the actual card that I'm looking forward to more than anything is the
That's my poll. That will be my poll for today. What's your favorite fight for next week? For this
yeah.
week?
What about you, man? Because I told you that Benavides and Charlo has been on my bucket list.
It has been, but I just don't. I see that might be probably a one sided, just by the fact that Jose's in an uphill battle, jumping up weight class after weight class after weight class. Um, he's a pretty good boxer, not the greatest boxer. I think he's more of a boxer puncher, but then at this weight class, the punching power doesn't really equivalent to what he did at 140 pounds. Um, so I think that with the Jamal Charlo's big long jab pause, I just believe that I think he will be victorious and be able to keep the range. I think the power might be a problem. I mean, I'm not gonna say that Jamal. I believe Jamal Charlo probably pops a little bit more than Terrence Crawford, and we all seen Jose Benavidez deal with that type of power. Granted, it was at 147 pounds, so he did allude to me that that weight kind of drained him, and he feels really good at 160, and this bout will be at 163. I think that the weight favors Charlo. I like Rodney Shields. I like Jose Benavidez Sr. I'm going for Jamal Charlo on my parlay.
Oh, you are, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, you trying to put something on it, man? You know what I'm saying?
Jamal Charlo for
Make
you.
sense.
For you, I'll make money. I'll make more money betting you against than DraftKings for sure.
That is probably true.
If you
I just
want,
want to see Benavidez.
if you want to do
Man,
it, if you want to do it, you can hit the cash app after the fight. I'm down.
yeah, I
What
mean,
you want to
you
do?
could just go ahead. You can sell me the money afterward. You feel me? That's easy. You know what I'm saying? I see you getting all these donations. People out there, you know what I'm saying, sending you hundreds and hundreds. I'm like, all right, cool, shit. I'm gonna have to start my own fucking podcast. Shit.
I mean, it's appreciative, man. I appreciate everyone that sends donations, man. Like I feel like I work really hard on trying to
Oh,
get
you do, man.
content.
I was about to say this morning to you. I was gonna tell you. I was like, damn, bro. I can't go on YouTube. I can't do shit without seeing a fucking live. I'm like, god damn. There was one moment where I was just like, hey, bro, we need to put out something else. And then every day, I'm like, damn, he stay busy as shit now. I'm about to tell you to roll that shit back up.
No,
I
no,
was
I'm trying
like,
to be the
damn, he
best.
working
I'm
his
trying to be
ass
the best.
off.
I'm trying to be the best. I'm trying to be the best.
No,
Hell
I
no.
get it. I get it, bro. If the fighters fight as often as you go live, shit, we might be in business. You
I
feel
mean,
me? Nah,
the
but
more you go live, the more opportunities you get. Look, yesterday we had Bill Haney tap in real quick. 2 days ago we had Tim Bradley tap in real quick, and uh these weren't scheduled for them to come
Yeah,
in.
it's
They
just
just came
music.
in because they see Mill City Boxing on live.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask you is, what do you think about Pitbull and Shakur?
I think stylistically, um, Pitbull Cruz is not Edwin De Los Santos. Pitbull Cruz is not as sharp, not as fast. Uh, maybe he's as powerful, but he's not as articulate in the ring. Like footwork. The- Edwin De Los Santos is a top five, 135 pounder. And I was saying this before the fight even happened, and that's why I love doing lives because when you hear a guy's prediction and you can hear it and come into fruition and it comes to life. Yeah, I just think that Shakur and then it's a bad fight for Pitbull Cruz. Say if Shakur wanted a fight like how he fought with Edwin De Los Santos. I mean, Pitbull would miss even more, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah. I think, but it's just because he's a puncher. You know what I'm saying? Someone that stylistically could try to cut off the ring for Shakur. I think it would help redeem that, like fighting a puncher. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him fighting anybody else right now that, I mean, that has enough equity other than Tank. That's considered a puncher in the 135 class right now. Who do you see?
135 punchers.
Yeah, yeah.
William Cepeda. I think he's a puncher.
Oh yeah, Zepeda's there. I thought he was at 140 for some odd reason. I don't know why. Yeah, he is there. Damn. That'd be a task for Shakur. I think Shakur becomes victorious. And is his hand broken or not?
I can't speak too much about it, but
Oh,
I'll tell you one thing. We're setting up an interview with Shakur real soon. I texted him yesterday, so Benavides versus Boo Boo. You still got Boo Boo by knockout?
oh, 1,000%.
Mm,
1,000%. Boo Boo gonna knock him out no later than the 11th. You feel me?
mm,
He knocking him the fuck out.
damn. You be you
Benavides is getting knocked the fuck out.
you throwing these f bombs like you never went to church before.
Hey, listen, man. I was there on Sunday playing the piano. Sorry, Lord Heavenly Father. Please forgive me. But
Mm.
we in the church. We in the gym right now, man. Don't make my soul feel convicted. Let's get back to this boxing, bro. I thought this was a boxing channel.
It is, man. You thought right. um, Matias
Hey,
versus
nah.
Urchachev.
Oh, Matias, you already know how that's gonna go. That's easy work. That dude's destined for greatness, man.
Urchachev. Ursha Urshachev. The way the dude spells his name is crazy. I'm gonna go look it up. What about Michelle Rivera and Libanez, Sergey Libanez, man? That's a good fight. That's a good one.
It definitely is. I think it's a 50-50 fight for me.
Yeah, man. And then what? Even what Breadman alluded to today was like, you know, um, when you get caught with PEDs and stuff, and you don't really know what they're gonna look like after,
Yeah, it deteriorates the body a lot, based off of like the history of like I've seen people using it. Once they get off of it, well, the first like if they get off their cycle, whatever, they're strong for about like 9 months. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
But if they're overexerting themselves, it tends to like deteriorate the body sooner and faster. So they tend to have like a relapse moment to where their body's not as strong and their body will grow a little bit more fatigued.
hmm I like
My
it.
fucking
I like it. I like it. Um.
hold on, man. Give me my fucking rap, man. What are you doing, bruh?
Oh,
Stop grabbing the rap.
oh
Start
my.
punching your
Oh
jaw.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. This guy never went to church in his life.
What are you talking about? I play the piano for my church, man. I lead my youth ministry. Why you
Rivera.
being so judgmental, bruh? Let's talk about boxing, bruh. I'm not finna go live with you no more, bruh. You finna just keep doing me like that. That's
I,
what y'all do. Y'all be going on live with Coach,
I.
just so that y'all, just so you, Zab, everybody, King, all y'all just be giving me shit, bruh. I'm here to talk boxing. That's it. What's up, man? You got a boxing question? Let's talk boxing.
Well, do you got a boxing question?
No, I most definitely do got a boxing question.
Let's get it. You asked some great questions.
Yeah, so I want the viewers first and foremost to engage in this. Um, why do you guys give the nod to Benavidez over Boo Boo? Is there anyone that can eloquently state it in the comments why they believe that Benavidez will become triumphant over Boo Boo when we've all known Boo Boo to be probably the most avoided fighter within like the past 5 years, as well as if he doesn't have a skill set? I tend to go for the underdogs, and Boo Boo's an underdog in this case, and I think he's only an underdog because of a lack of publicity and a lack of consistency with the fights in his last performance.
Not
So why
because
do
he
people?
only entered the division only one time fighting DeMarco Nicholson. That doesn't count as well.
I mean, but weren't you just talking and doing chin ups on his shit just a while ago? You talking about Boo Boo was a feared man, was the man, and now he faces Benavidez, and all of a sudden this supposed Mexican monster now is the say all be all.
I probably spelled Libanez wrong. Lib. Listen, man. You know who I was going for that. You was on. You was by yourself with that little KO shit with Boo Boo. You know that.
I would, because everybody keeps shitting on him. It's like everybody forgets who Boo Boo is.
All right. So
Jackie Hernandez says that's it right there. It's because nobody knows Boo Boo. Exactly. If you go back and you watch the film, you guys are judging a lot of people, not you, Jackie, but a lot of people are judging Boo Boo based off of his last performance. You guys are starting to have that Shakur syndrome. You feel me? I'm going to start calling it that, the Shakur syndrome. One bad performance, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? You write the fighter off. Come on, Mill City. You're supposed to be high level, you know what I'm saying? Media here. What's going on? You shouldn't be standing there for one bad performance.
come on, son. Stop playing. Stop playing, son. Stop
So
playing.
so you're basing this fight and your decision based off of Boo Boo's last fight.
Nope.
So then what? Then articulate the reason why you believe that Boo Boo doesn't have a chance against Benavidez.
There's weight classes for a reason. I believe that um, the pressure that Benavidez puts brings to the table. I feel like we haven't seen Boo Boo with that anybody. I told Punch yesterday. Boo Boo has really pressed the action and has done everything that he wanted to do in his own fights. That's the
Yeah.
same exact way that David Benavidez fights. Happens to be we have yet to see David Benavidez after the sixth round, his opponent dictate the pace. And because of that, I believe that we will see Andre slow down and and I think that it goes a distance as well. I think that Andre has enough grit, enough he knows what this fight means to him. I think that we could get remember at the end of the day, I think Boo Boo has lost his mother in between this camp. I think that he's probably going to take that into in consideration as far as bring that energy into camp. And it seems to me he has the greatest camp so far in his career. Obviously, you could tell you spent a lot of money in this camp. My behalf on this, I think that the age of Boo Boo should come into a fact that a lot of people be like, yeah, he hasn't been into a lot of wars, but he's been inactive. So it's like you're 35 years old, but you're also inactive. I don't think that that helps. So yeah, that's my take, bro. That's my take on it, and I think that that's what's gonna happen.
Do you believe that? All right. So a couple of people here. I'm going to read a couple of their comments.
Handle.
One person stated, Sportsbook Goat said, "When was Boo Boo's last knockout?" I'm completely unaware of that one. I can't. Shit. I'm gonna keep it a
I
bean, man.
mean,
I don't know
I
that one.
know, I know. It was Jason Quigley, so it was like two fights ago. You know what I'm saying? 2 fights ago. Like I said, sports go. It's more of the inactivity, bro. And then also Jason Quigley. Yeah, he was the best 168 pounder in Ireland. In Ireland.
Yeah, and overseas, obviously, everything overseas is different than here in the
Yo, Boo
states.
Boo's the overseas king. You know, he's the overseas king. Let's just be honest. Has he? I think you can count how many Americans he's fought in already. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, how many people duck him? You feel me? How many promotional companies don't want to line up against him?
Do we talk about duck or do we talk about maybe this is stylistically people don't want the higher level guys don't want to fight a guy like Boo because the awkwardness, the movement, and I understand it, and you don't sell, you know.
Yeah.
There you go,
All
but
right. Do you feel that Boo Boo can
I'm
endure
glad
more
that
pain?
you outside, man, because it feel like when I was inside your gym, I felt like like we popping ecstasy and shit.
Hey, you need to say pause for that. Because why you popping E with me on a FaceTime? That's crazy, bro. You getting,
Bro,
hey man, I'm starting to see your dynamic, your demeanor's been coming a little bit more foo foo lately.
no,
I've been
bro,
noticing that. Just a
bro.
little. You say pause after every little weird statement, like we know you not finicky like that,
Keep
bro.
it boxing, keep it boxing.
This is my guy, Mill, man. Hey, no, let's get. I like to change the pace a little bit on the live. I know everybody wants to talk about the same shit that we've been talking about every day, man. I like to just change the pace just a little bit. First and foremost, man, it says that there's 122 people that are viewing this. Can we get the likes up, man? You got to like and subscribe. You got to share it. You know what I'm saying? Send it to everybody. Um, yeah, if you have any questions right now within the next 3 minutes, we're gonna emphasize reading the comments and answering any questions for anybody. Go ahead and go to the polls right now. It says what fight this week on the card y'all want to see. We got the Benavides and Boo Boo. We got the Benavides and Charlo. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? We
Hit
got
the poll, hit the
every
poll,
hit the
hit the
poll.
like, hit the poll, hit the super chat, hit the cash app, hit it all.
Hit it all, man. Come
Hit
on,
it
man.
all,
Hey,
hit
hey,
it all.
listen. This is the only place where the media comes directly to your doorstep, gives you the ability to go live. You don't see Ellie, you don't see nobody else going live with just the average fan putting them on. You know what I'm saying? When's the last time a fan just had the ability to leisurely talk to Zab Judah? You know what I'm saying? To talk to James Tony. You know what I'm saying? To
I
sit
gotta
there
call him today.
and yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, let's get these likes up. Come on, can we get a couple more? We at 95.
You know my
Can
people
we get
out
to
here, they
100?
know what it is. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. Let's go. Talk to me, Lorenzo. I know, when you on the phone with me, bro, you be having like 16 questions lined up for me. And now that you on the live, you got like three. What's popping?
Man, I'm not saying I got a shitload of questions for you because you ain't been live with me in a minute, and I ain't
Talk to
saying
me.
nothing until we get to 100 likes.
Oh. Tell me, guys. Now, get to the questions, bro. Get to the question before these
Come on, can we get 4 more likes, bro? What you
four.
mean?
Let's go. Let's go.
4 more likes, bro. Hey Jackie, unlike and like again. You know what I'm
It
saying?
I don't even make no sense. I don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, but nevertheless, man.
So let's get to the heavyweights right quick. What do you think about that upcoming card, man? They got everybody on it, man.
I like that Saudi's out here putting money into the table, and
Oh my God, it's crazy.
I
That's
like
one
that.
of the best cards I've seen in history.
And it's a warm up fight for the two main events to clash. It seems to me that it's good. And then they got Bivol on it. They got a whole bunch of guys on it. I think it's great for
Yeah.
boxing. I think Saudi Arabia can actually Saudi Arabia can really change the sport of boxing, especially in the heavyweight division. That's where they like to invest more of their money. They also like to invest into Jake Paul. But
Yeah.
I just think that Saudi can help boxing tremendously, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the card. I think the card is dope. Hopefully, none of those fights pull out because I've always that's one thing I've seen. People will go with a stacked card on a flyer, then two of the fights that you really want to see pull out, and it's good promotion. You bought the ticket already now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I think about that fight. I think the heavyweight division is good. I want to see Big Bang mix it up with all these guys as well. They got some other guys that a lot of people don't know too much about. So yeah,
All right, we
like
at
it.
98, man. I'm still keeping a view on that. My next thing is this. I had a comment and a question. Why you been riding so high on Regis, man? Come on, Devin gonna give him that work.
Who we speaking upon? Are we speaking upon the chat or myself?
You in general.
I believe so. Do you even watch my channel? Like
I
you,
watch it. I watch it. I watch it every damn day.
bro. I'm talking about. Uh, Everybody knows that I've been saying that Devin's gonna win by decision.
No, I'm
And
aware of that. But when he's on the live with you, man, you be getting a little sus, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get a little sus. Hey, Jackie, am I lying? Am I lying? Let's call his card right now, or we just get the giggling. He smile brighter. You know what I'm saying?
because he's the
His eyes
homie.
get glossy. He get a little flirtatious.
Because he's the home. Nah, you know what it is? Is you was looking at the comments when I did the live, and they said, "Oh, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes." So you know what I'm saying? You know it's a good vibe up in here. That's what it is. Stop
Yeah.
hating, bro. Stop hating.
No, I'm not. But
Just
honestly,
because you a little like this doesn't mean I'm like that. All right.
listen, bro.
Uh,
I'm not
the
afraid
king's
to admit
conversation will
my
be
love
back
for you. You
after
feel
the
me?
Haney versus. What was that?
Nothing, man. Let's watch this boxing, man.
All right, my man Lorenzo, man, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button if you want. All right, if I can get to 100, smash the like button if you want Lorenzo to get off the live. How about that? If I can get 100
Hey,
likes, right?
I'll get off this damn thing 100% for all of y'all. If y'all could get to 110 for
You,
real.
yeah, if you get into 100 likes, right, and within 10 seconds, I'll get this guy right out the live, and he has
I'd get
to do
myself off
tomorrow.
the damn live. I got shit to do. You feel me? I got shit to do. I'm supposed
All
to
right,
be at a training.
all right,
Nah, hey, honestly, for what it is, man, I just wanted to say I appreciate this. I appreciate you, man. I've seen your growth. This is the moment where I'm going to give you your flowers. You feel me? I appreciate the consistency that you provide. I appreciate the ability to recognize all the fans, to give a coach like myself on the West Coast that's literally on the other side of the country. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all that you do. I'm a big fan. For everybody that's viewing this, just know this, that you guys are also important. You guys are the heartbeat of the channel. You know what I'm saying? We don't give you guys enough credit as the viewers. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your guys' comments. Thank you for your guys' consistency. And then she said, "This man is passive aggressive as hell." Hey Jackie, if you single, so am I. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? No, but honestly,
She's talking about
I
you.
appreciate you. Huh?
She's talking about you.
I know I'm passive aggressive. All right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Well, Lorenzo,
Hey,
thank you
hey,
for chopping it
hi,
up.
Miss Jackie Hernandez. Hey, you want to change your last name, Miss Jackie?
Well, listen, my guy, man, I appreciate
I'm
you
out
for
of here.
tapping in. You already know. To the next one, we'll
I'm out.
probably be on later on today.
Be easy, family. Be easy.
Much love to you, man.
All right, go.
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. You already know. Still, homie Lorenzo, like I promised. You know what I'm saying? We got those 2 likes in within 10 seconds. So we gotta pa fuera. We had to watch my girl go come downstairs and say, "Shut the hell up! You getting so loud, this and that." I'm like, hey man, you know this is me. Here we go. Here we go. Sports book go. What it do? What it do? Sportsbook GOAT was good.
You know, man, nothing on break, man. On break, thought I'd come in, talk about this boo boo and this David Benavidez fight right quick for a little bit.
Yo, what you before we get into that though, what you think about Cello saying that he had a mole in the camp and that he knew that and then Devin Haney buying the first row of all the seats to make sure they were empty. I thought that was clever. What you think?
First off, Devin, we all know him and Bill, they always cooking up something. With Cello, it don't matter, man. You ain't I don't think you gave it. I don't think you put it all out there and was able to go to bed and say, you know what, I did everything I possibly could. So I don't too much want to hear that. That's me personally. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you had a mole or not, that mole wasn't in there fighting, you know what I'm saying? What
Fact.
about you telling him to step it up after round 4, after round 3? What
You see, I
about
had
you
to ask
telling
that
him, hey,
question. You know, I had to ask that
this left
question.
hand, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So You know what I'm saying? These are things I would have liked to see him as a coach, and he did allude to it, but I would have liked to see more adjustments and have more answers to those tests, especially in a world title fight. You know what I'm saying? In all actuality, not too many people get that. So, you definitely want to make sure that you do everything you possibly can. You don't want to have nothing, no stone unturned. So I just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, man.
Let's get it. Let's get in. First of all, the card this weekend. What's your favorite fight? Is it the main
Oh,
event?
easily the main event. Easily the main event. I mean, like I said, man, you got two different styles that's completely clashing. You know what I'm saying? You got David Benavidez. His plus minus on punching on people is 18. That's only second behind Shakur out of the whole sport. He's first in the whole sport in connect percentage at 40%. So hell, if he throw them bitches 10 times, he gonna hit you damn near half the time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 25 power punches. That's fifth among champions. So we gonna bring that heat with the power. But then you got Boo Boo. He only allowed five opponent punches. That's first in boxing. So you know what I'm saying? A lot of times they don't really get on the specifics. But I just wanted to give a few facts out there. Also, he's defensively sound once again. His opponent connection percentage is only 17%. The only people that's in front of him is Bivol and Shakur. So I
Mm.
mean, you're looking at somebody who's offensively extremely sound and accurate, precise, throws at a high rate, high work rate. But on the other side, you got a guy who's very good at neutralizing those aspects, mentally first with his mind and based on what he want to do, but he has good feet. Everybody knows Boo Boo's he's extremely uh awkward, unconventional fighter. You know what I'm saying? He throws hooks at weird angles. And I think if David can just go straight down the middle with it, I got David personally. You already know we talked about the parlay, but I got David. I just how the guy say he got boo boo by knockout, there's no way. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it. If you
Mm.
couldn't beat the one, and I seen Berlanga put Dewan on the canvas 4 times.
Yeah, he
You know
had
what
him in his
I'm saying?
pocket.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm at the same time, I know everybody's different, but just David, I think David's punch resistance is also going to be a key factor. I
Mm.
think he can take a punch and he willing to take one to give one.
What were your thoughts about Breadman's thought and reaction on the fight? Obviously, Caleb Plant, his fighter, faced David Benavidez.
Yeah, man. I think, like I say, he makes a good point. The thing that I will say with David is a lot of times people don't give his dad enough credit. His dad makes adjustments. His dad has a very keen eye. It's been times where I seen him like sort of with Caleb at the beginning, kind of he was when he was going in, he go in with the high guard, but his feet was kind of square, and he was able to get teed off on. His dad started telling him, when you go in there, maybe work behind the jab, or you know what I'm saying, just use your distance a little bit better. And he
Hmm.
and I seen he made those adjustments, and that was a key factor in that fight. So I think his dad doesn't get enough respect, David Benavidez Sr., and I think he's gonna be able to help him, because Boo Boo, like I say, he does have tricks and he has trades, and he's a fighter who has a bunch of different traps that he uses. But I think David Benavidez Sr. being in that corner definitely gonna be able to help.
Mm. Speaking upon on the other side of the corner, what about Paul Andres not necessarily being in camp? Do you think that just watching my boy Punch's channel and listening to Boo Boo talk about him and his relationship with his father and what it means to him in the corner and why it's such a big deal that nobody knows him better than his father. His father's been there with the amateur, so he knows exactly how he fights. Do you feel like that could be a factor in this fight as well?
Well, I will say this. I think it has to be to some extent. When you go with somebody, basically his father, who knows his tendencies probably better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Knows what Boo Boo's gonna do. Probably knows how to communicate with Boo Boo on a level that maybe the other trainers don't have. But and then with the death of his
Mother.
spouse, You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot with Boo Boo, man. And I really think that it's David. Me personally, I think it's David Benavidez' time. That's just me personally. I think David Benavidez punch resistant, punch output. And like I say, once again, I think that resistant matters because I think he's gonna be willing to take one or two to get the way he want to get and really put his hands on that man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I agree, man. I definitely agree with everything that you said. And thank you for the facts too. The facts mean more than anything else, you know. Um, my thing about this fight, do you think it goes the distance? Are you betting the over? Are you betting the KO? Are you betting both? What are you doing?
Mm. Like I say, I know I'll say this. I think David is the safest bet. I think that inactivity also matters. You know what I'm saying? Only two fights since 2021. You know what I'm saying? So I just once again, I think that David gonna have too much for him, man. I could see a possible stoppage between rounds 9 and 12.
Hmm.
I think that's plus money at between $200 and $300, and I'm definitely willing to sprinkle that. But with that sprinkle, I probably go just in case that doesn't go. David decision. David decision. I think David decision is a lot. I feel like Boo Boo does have tricks to where he can stay alive and survive if he have to. So that's why I personally think that the best bet is David by decision.
Right, right. I agree. You know, I like that you said that, and I think I never like I never really talked about that too. Like I talked about, you know, Demetrius's toughness over Caleb Plant to make the to the 12. But you're right. There's a lot of tricks that he has that will prevail him to make it 12 rounds for sure.
Like that clinching, the clinch for Andre is gonna matter. Like he gonna
We
have to
spoke
clinch it.
upon
Yeah,
that. I should go
yeah.
get
I think he gonna have like it's things that he's gonna have to do and be uncomfortable if he wants to, you know what I'm saying, really be with David, that I think he gonna have to do. I think he gonna have to take risks, whether he like it or not. He gonna have to goddamn pull that gun out and shoot a little bit. It's not
mm,
about to be no all that just pop, 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 up, move, step back, step back. Nah, playboy. Nah, playboy. You get the kitchen sink thrown at you enough. Sooner or later, sun gonna touch you.
mm, Shout out to Greg. Thank you for the $2. Jackie Hernandez. Heart emoji. Look at Jackie. That's why we need you in the chat. That's why we need you in the chat.
Oh man, y'all guys. But
We need to
yeah,
stay
man,
here.
like I say,
Stay here.
it's a good fight. I before I get off, cause I gotta take my ass back to work, and I hate I gotta get off, cause I had so many good points I want to make. But Breadman did make a fight, a matchup that I would love to see, and that's Subaru
Gary and
Matias versus Scary Antoine Russell.
did you see me
Oh
warming it up
man.
though? Did you see me warming that up? Have you seen some of the videos of me warming that fight up?
Yeah, man. Listen, I think it's all. If he gets through who we need to get through, we need to push that fight. That's the
Mm,
next fight that needs to happen. I think
mm,
Antoine and me personally, I got Antoine by knockout. That's just me personally. I got Antoine by knockout, and I
mm.
think we see a Antoine that we've never seen. I think his feet were Sean Porter esque. I really think he's just gonna be active, moving, and I could really see him having his best performance of his career against Subaru.
He does have the remedy when it comes to the angles and the feet for Subdiel. That's for sure. Now, when it comes to firepower, we have seen Gary Antoine show that in his opponents. Can he show it against a guy that can throw that same shit right back? That's the thing that we need. We need answers, and we need that fight as boxing community. We need that fight.
Hey man, look, we got MSPN. You in here as usual. You speaking it. Let's push these fights, man. This weekend we got Boo Boo Andre. You know what I'm saying? Going against the Mexican Monster. You know, on Sportsbook Go, I'm gonna leave you with this. If you can go ahead and get on your app, do whatever you need to do. I got David Benavidez by decision. You can throw Subaru Matias on there. You know what I'm saying? You can throw Devin Haney on there. But if you just want to go with that night with one, I got David Benavidez working them. I can see Boo Boo lumped up, bloodied up.
You're
You
not going
see,
with Charlo?
get him
You're not
on
going
out of
with
there.
Charlo?
Oh yeah, I like Charlo too. I like Charlo. And I like Charlo by decision. I think he coming back. I can see him boxing, using that jab,
Being
eating them
tired
up.
and fatigued to not get the
Yeah,
job
being
done.
tired, fatigued a little bit. He gonna get on through and do what he gotta do. Al Heyman shit. Al done gave him that call. All right, now don't fuck up. I gave you a chance. Don't fuck up. But yeah, man. Hey, y'all get the lights up. You already know what's going on. I hit you later on, pimp.
My brother, keep it jiggling. Ah. Phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. We got the polls here. Get on the poll. What fight on the card intrigues you the most? Is it an underrated card, like Hector Garcia versus Lamont Roach? Is it Matias versus Urshishev? Is it Benavidez versus Charlo? If it's Benavidez versus Boo Boo, what's your thoughts, man? Smash the like button. Let's get this game going. Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully, everybody's getting a nice lunch. Shoot, man, with these $7 right here, man, I think I can get myself a little sandwich. I ain't gonna hold you, I might need to have to go to the bank to go get the drink, but the sandwich is good. You know what I'm saying? Keep it. Yo, big money. I know I just be doing that just to have fun, just to get y'all know. But the super pause can happen with that one too. The super pause can happen with that too. But keep it jiggling is just to keep people laughing. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no suspect. You know what I'm saying? I have a girl. I got a girl. Shit, back in the days, I had four of them in the same time. But I can't, I had to keep it real with myself. That's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it real with the man up top. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's get this going, man. I'm from Harlem. What's poppin'? New York in the house, man. Yesterday I talked to so many New York heads. It's not even funny, man. And y'all know that Zab's like me and Zab like this though. You know what I'm saying? Crooklyn. Mm. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's get into some of this talk here. Gonna go and get more of this boxing talk. Boxing talk. Boom. Trust me, we're gonna keep this show alive. We're gonna keep this show alive. That's what we do. That's what we do best. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, and please subscribe to the channel. Let's get this channel up to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I mean, that's the big goal right now, is to get up to 20,000 subscribers. And within a year, every year we want 20,000. And I feel like that's a good rate. I think that's a good rate. And if we can get any more, that's just God is just out there blessing everybody. But the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open. We have 41 votes. Everybody wants to see the main event, and the people do want to see the Matias fight. And I love that. I love that for my Puerto Rican from Fajardo. People are starting to really get to know him. They're really starting to really enjoy what he brings to the table. Shout out to Subiel Matias. They call him Brownie. And shout out to everybody on the chat as well, man. The chatty patty. The chatty patty's going up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into some of this boxing talk. Be adding in um, people from one after the other, one after the other. And that's what it is, man. This is that we gotta talk that boxing before we, start shopping for the turkeys, right? And hopefully everybody got their turkey, right? Hopefully everybody got their turkey. Um, but nevertheless, man, when we talk about this boxing, when we talk about, bad performances, good performances, people speaking upon you're only as good as your last fight. Um, I believe that we really need to dig in deep when it comes to that. I know that we have our picks. We have everybody got a horse in the race at times on who's their favorite fighter. and we want to down certain other guys. We gotta definitely slow that down. I think that it kind of ruins the sport. You know what I'm saying? I think it really does ruin the sport. Much love from the great Northwest. We love Mill City boxing videos, por videos, por video. Man, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Jose Perez. Appreciate you. These live interviews are fire. Keep it up. My number one. Man, yo, this feels good, man. This feels good to get this type of praise, that you guys enjoy the interviews, you guys enjoy the content. I think that this is lit. Mr. Everything, people need to stop being so shallow. Hey, it's tough. Phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Get on the live. Chop it up with your boy. You know, this is one of the hottest boxing channels out. They call me the rookie of the year. I can't believe I missed Breadman's Caleb Plant's, one of my favorite fighters. Yeah, man. Don't worry, man. Just go back and watch it. You know, smash the like button, Adam Hurley. Always appreciate you chopping up, coming in and stuff like that. Like, I also, again, ladies and gentlemen, phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. We got over 90 heads on the line right now, and 105 likes. So let's get these likes up, improve the visibility of the show, and let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep this show rolling. Like, once again, man, shout out to everybody. And I talked to, like I said, I messaged Shakur. We're gonna be setting something up real soon. So keep alert. Yo, Miss Mill City, I'm always on the road listening to you at work. Have have the day off. Just wanted to say, keep doing your thing, King. Blessings for the holidays. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I really do. Rookie of the year, Mill City box, and put your, yeah, man, Mr. Everything. Appreciate you, man, for real, for real. Hard work pays off, like they say, right? Hard work will pay off, man. And shoot, it's always a blessing to chop it up with your people. I always tell people, but like, yo, man, why don't you call me? Listen, I ain't gonna look for nobody, man. Like, if y'all want to rock with your boy, you rock with your boy. You know what I'm saying? I get people that hit me up. Oh, what's your bet? What's your bet? What's your bet? But they don't want to show love to the show. It's like, come on, man. Come check out the betting show, man. It always drop your intel, talk your shit. It's always lit. It's always lit up on this side, right? It's always lit up on this side. Um, But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every single one of you for tapping in. Shakur, your channel more than any already. You bring everybody on, bro. Keeps the fire going, man. Absolutely. Gotta show love to the show, man. Absolutely, man. It's always appreciated. You know what I'm saying? People come out here, you can speak your mind. The link is on the chat. But I got probably time for one more. Then I'm probably gonna want to eat some breakfast because I haven't had no breakfast and stuff like that. And salute to everybody with the donations as well. I appreciate it, man. I'm over here probably smash that Cash App as well, man. Always appreciate it as well. Yeah, boom. Um, Speak your mind, man. Speak your mind. Speak your mind. We got the polls up here. What's your favorite fight for this weekend? We got the main event. It's winning at 72%. It's lit. Everybody wants to see this fight, man. It could be the fight of the year. Really could be the fight of the year. Do you think you'll be interviewing anybody on the Anthony Joshua card? Pretty much certain. I think maybe. I just haven't really reached out to anybody on there, and nobody has reached out to me. Normally, people reach out to me around like 2 weeks before the fight, and I can get you more intel on that more closer down the line. I got some other guys that I want to get you guys on them. I know. I got Sugar. Oh, do y'all want to see Sugar Shane Mosley chop it up? Does nobody use PayPal anymore? I only hear people say they use Cash App. Yeah, but that's what it is, and that's the Cash App. I got PayPal, but I don't. I do. I got PayPal as well, but I like you said, I haven't heard nobody talk about PayPal in a minute. It's all Cash App, right? Yeah. It's all Cash App, yeah. Sugar Shane Mosley's cool. Yeah, man, he got a great intel on it. I already got his intake on these fights coming up. But I wouldn't mind listening to him what he thinks about the Shakur Stevenson fight as well. So, only when sending money to prison, Jackie. Diablo. Diablo. Mr. Everything on that wave. Shout out to the 85 people on the live. Shout out to everybody on the live. Also, phone lines are open. Come talk it with your boy. Speak your mind. The link is pinned. The link is pinned. Very surprised. What is it? Is it too early for people? Is it really too early for people? What's up, Georgie? What's poppin'? What's going on? I love boxing. That's what I do. Tap in, man. Link is on the chat. It's pinned. If you at work, come through. If not, I understand. Who is Shushu fighting next? He's fighting Jose. He's fighting a good opponent, bro. A good opponent. The opponent that he fought, he's already fought like Adam Lopez, Oscar Valdez. Um, he's fought guys that fought Navarrete. I mean, he's fighting a real game fighter. He can punch. Um, but it's going to be December 9th, and he has a good opponent in front of him. Chushu's been doing step ups. His last, I could tell that Bob is ready. I mean, Chushu's 27 years old. He looked younger. He speaks like, he's a well spoken kid, but he's also, he's getting there. I'm getting my hair braided at the moment. Okay, okay, okay. Jamal Washington, what's going on? Question, bro. You don't see Jose winning the fight against Charlo, even though he's been out of the ring and drinking more than the training. See, let me tell you something, Jamal Washington. It scared that placing the bet for that fight kind of like it's like there's like a little unknown piece to that because we don't know what Jamal Charlo comes into the table. But in the same time, I feel like you got a guy coming up from 140. He's not necessarily the most technically sound boxer, especially when it comes to his defense. I mean, he couldn't get in. He couldn't really hurt Danny Garcia. Danny's a good boxer, but he's not like he's not the top tier. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good boxer. He couldn't hurt a guy that started his career at 140, and I just don't see him hurting Jamal. I think Jamal can keep the distance with the strong jab that he has. So I'm leaning towards Jamal Charlo. I think I'm leaning towards Jamal Charlo. Um, I'm not superly high off of him lately. He's just kind of like messing things up for boxing, and I just think that, especially like people, we gotta lead by example, right? And these guys are these kids role models. These kids heroes, and he doesn't display what a boxer should be doing in the ring outside. And that's just my take on it. I think there's some questions that need to be answered, but if we go off of like statistics alone, it favors Jamal Charlo. And this, if you look at any opponent for Jamal Charlo, like let's be honest, what is a good step? What is a good throwaway fight? What is a good like just stay busy fight? If you really think about it, did they put Jose Benavidez in this card just because his brother's the main event? Because they do that, right? Let's be honest, they do that. And 3 years, almost 3 years. I love boxing, but yeah. So I feel like, I just feel like Jamal should be campaigning at 168 super middleweight, but I see that he's had he's he's messing up his own career. You know what I'm saying? But I think he can get past Jose Benavides Jr. I think he could definitely do that. David definitely put him up. Yeah, I mean, and then they got Daniel Blanca, which is also on the camp as well. So these are some guys that, they're from the Benavides camp. They're building Daniel Blanca, and then they're also trying to, you know, um, build Jose. Win or lose, right? Win or lose, right? Think about this for Jose, guys, and this is good for marketing, right? This is a good standpoint. We talk about the losses that Jose Benavides has. He has two losses. Two of those losses are among two champions. You got Terrence Crawford, and then you got Danny Garcia. Then if he goes and loses to Charlo, then he loses to another champion, and in reality, like his stock is kind of coming down, but then not, because he's still fighting the top elite guys. Plus, he keeps moving up in weight, so it's like his stock really don't drop too much, and then therefore PBC got to can line up him, Jose Benavides with another guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I look at it too. There's pro. Look at the pros to the cons, and why. How can the cons benefit for the future? And I think that's another reason why they put Jose. And they'll probably put Jose Benavides on David Benavides' next card again. You know what I'm saying? And again, so that's probably what we're going to see here. Honestly, it's just you can't really talk bad about Jose's resume, because if the three guys he lost to were great guys to lose to. They're really great guys to lose to. So it helps. It helps for the very next fight. I respect Jose for sure, but that leg really was career ending. It really was. It really was. And the more that they speak upon it and want to deny it, it's just the truth. What do you think about Diego Pacheco? I think Diego Pacheco is a great talent. I just think that being at the age of 22 at the super middleweight division, it's tough. These guys are cracking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got a lot. He got hit a lot more than for my liking. He got hit a lot more for my liking. Um, the way he got uh Korkev out of there was amazing. I think that shot, that what was it? The right hand left hook, right hand landed, then the left hook landed behind the ear, and then Korkev tried to throw a shot, with a hook, right, a lead hook, and the next thing you know it, Pacheco times it perfectly and lands the uppercut towards the end. It was fire. Did I think the guy was going to get up? Yeah, I just didn't understand why. Maybe the guy knew that it was going to get bad. Maybe he took a dive. I can see that too, to like build Pacheco's, and that's all reality. That's all reality. That's an opinion. Because yeah, he was getting beat up towards the end, but he was hitting throughout the fight as well. So dives are dives do happen in boxing. You know what I'm saying? 100, baby. Let's keep it going. Yeah, Jose Perez. He probably did take a dive, because the guy went right to, once he fell, he went right to his knee, like in no hesitation. And they're counting, and he just stays down. He just stays down. Um, not like, not like when what's this guy's name at 154? The giant, the one that Fandora. Fandora got. Remember when Fandora got knocked out by Mendoza, and he was like laid out, stretched, right? But it took him time, and then he got to his knee. That to that body language was completely different than what I seen last weekend. You know what I'm saying? It was completely different. So it could have been a dive. It could have been just to benefit Pacheco, and then in the same time, Pacheco is ranked number 3 in the WBO, top 10 in all sanctioning bodies. They definitely got to slow him down, and pick his matches wisely, for sure. For sure. Yeah, Fandora just smiles. Yeah, he was smiling, and I think he was smart to, because Mendoza was going for the kill. Nobody knows besides Fundora, right? I felt so bad when Fundora got knocked out. Jackie, it was bad, and he's such a good kid, right? He's such a good kid. He's a humble kid, so nobody wants to see good people. But this is that sport, man. This is that sport. It makes you or breaks you, man. Makes you or breaks you. Shout out to everybody on the live as well, rocking with your boy. Fundoro died for a few seconds. I think so. I think so. It was like the why. It was like the not quite like Tyson Fury versus Wilder, right? Not quite. No, not like no. That's you can't compare those two. You definitely can't compare those two. But they were both bad though. He didn't want to get up. Could he see it on his face? Yeah, he just did it. Yeah, that sucks. His sister can fight too. Yeah, his whole family can fight. I love the Fundora. I wish everything for the best. I think that the next fight that Fundora should do is that rematch with Erickson Lubin. I think that would be a great fight to come back to. It could get bad though for that fight too. You know what I'm saying? It could favor Lubin. Because Lubin does have a little momentum after his last win, or maybe not. Maybe the same thing. Shit, I'm just glad Fundora ain't make it to the Bud or Spence because he was calling Spence's name. Yeah, well, I mean, styles make fights. I mean, Spence ain't no knockout puncher. He'll break you down, take your will away. He ain't doing that. Mendoza's a real puncher, man. Mendoza's a real puncher. Uh, Spence got that style to chip away, right? Yo, Mills, I don't know what nobody says. Fundora had a loaded glove versus Lubin. Never even took them off after the fight. I did say that. I did see that he didn't take those gloves, but I mean, is there any suspicion to really besides him not taking off his gloves? I've seen a lot of people not take off their gloves. Um, if that did happen, shame on boxing, right? Shame on boxing for that to happen, though. If that was the case, shame on them. Well, what can we say, man? I mean, we have seen this is one of the most dirtiest, grimiest sports that we do love, right? So, I wouldn't, I wouldn't, I wouldn't go past it, but I wouldn't go out here and just say that either. I don't, I don't want to take away from Fondora's win, because Fundora has been taking people out. He has been. So he has a reputation for that. Um, Lubin's face looked like ground meat. Never did that to another fighter. Yeah. Yeah, some people swell out more than others, though. People do. Some people swell up more than others. Some people do that. We'll never know now. That's facts, Jackie. We'll never know. We'll never know. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Phone lines are open as well. Come chop it up with your boy. Gotta charge this phone. I'll be right back. Drop where y'all from too. Drop where y'all from in the comments. I'd like to know where you're from. Jackie, where you from? You from New York? Drop where y'all from in the comments. I'd like to know. Been on for 2 hours and the coffee's cold as hell. Brick City, okay. Phoenix, Arizona, okay. So y'all, the Phoenix must be high on David, and then Washington got to be high on Shakur for sure. I love boxing, Philly. When's the next live, Mills? Uh, Say Oklahoma. I gotta check out my schedule, see who I have lined up. I don't know. I had Bozy Ennis, and then we switched it to Thursday. I really didn't want it to be switched to Thursday because it was Thanksgiving. But I guess you guys are gonna get a treat for Thanksgiving before the food starts because it's gonna be 12 o'clock East Coast time. So you know what I'm saying? Laughing my ass off, not as high as you, Mills. Okay, 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 okay. I understand. I understand. I understand. Baltimore funny. All funny videos. Baltimore in the house. Gotta love Baltimore. I gotta call Coach Calvin, man. I did an interview with Coach Calvin the other day, guys, and it didn't even record. Houston in the building. I want to see Bozy's interview. Yeah, it'll be Thursday. Got to make sure that he does it right. The old head kind of like don't. He's not too. When it comes to the electronics, he ain't really too shabby. I ain't the greatest either. December 2nd, Garcia and Duarte. Decent fight. Not a lot of people know who Duarte is. I've seen some of the guys he beat up. Wasn't it? I'm not impressed with his resume, even though he has what last 11 opponents he stopped, which is pretty impressive as well. So you know he could punch. Um, Ryan talks a lot. You know what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to jeopardize my interview with him. I know I interviewed his pops one time, and it's just like smart kid. Just certain things, shouldn't be said because it could get bad outside the ring too. You know what I'm saying? It could get bad. These guys got friends. Anything can happen in boxing, man. For sure. I've seen the worst. I've seen some crazy things in boxing. I remember I sparred one time. I sparred some kid, and his dad was in the gym, and we're talking back and forth. First round's pretty decent. I ain't gonna hold you. I was countering him like consistently. Uh, he wasn't liking his second round. He was talking shit about me, so I had to turn it up. Uh, I let my hands did the talking at the time. Hit him with a right hand, left hook, dropped him, and then the dad comes into the ring. I never seen nobody come into the ring like that, because it's not like he was like laid out. He was just like he went down. Next thing you know, his dad's pointing a gun at me. You know, I've seen crazy things in boxing. I've seen crazy things in boxing. I think I left the gym early that day. I left the gym early that day. I ain't gonna hold you. Ryan Tuck, he on that winning streak. Yep, yep. No way, Boo Boo is knocking out Ish. Yeah, Jackie. It gets bad. It gets bad in the gym. Yo, Matt, yo, bro. Like most of from Mill City, like most of the fathers used to be like gangsters back in the day. So then they take their kid, and like, yeah, I want my kid to box, and kid, yeah, but you want your kid to box more than you. I hate that, man. Just coaching and stuff like that, and having like, parents wanting their kids to receive punishment in the ring more than the actual kids. I've seen kids say, "Dad, I don't even want to box today. I want to play football." You're gonna box. That's not cool, man. You got to give these guys a choice. Let them have a choice. They're the ones getting punched in the face. Benavidez versus Boo Boo is 69% of y'all want to see that fight more than anything. And it's respected. Her interviews everybody from Haney's. Jamal Washington, thank you for the $2, man. Thanks for the great content, man. I appreciate you, Jamal Washington. Real talk. Now I definitely got enough for an orange juice. and a sandwich. A sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I think another $2 might give me some hash browns, baby. Good day today. Good day today, man. I'm starting to feel the holiday spirit like early. I don't know about you guys, but like, are you guys feeling the Thanksgiving day coming around? And the weather starting to get a little colder and all that stuff. It's gonna be great. It's a great week, man. A great week. I love it. I love it. Smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep it moving. Also, the link is in the bio for anybody that want to chop it up as well. Yeah, I feel like Julio Chavez Jr. didn't want to box, but was pressured because of his dad. I hope he gets his life together. Yeah, I would have to really agree with that. I think so too. You know what I'm saying? Then he got that Canelo fight and shit like that, and then he just got pummeled. Then he even got beat by Anderson Silva. Chavez, you know what I'm saying? Mills already for some coquito. Coquito's good, sounds good. My shorty, she found this recipe. It's coquito with um Oreos, crushed up Oreos. I honestly like the classic, but I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight. I'll take a little bit. I'm not too big. I'm not too big on drinking, honestly. You know, stop smoking, stop drinking, stopped all that stuff. And we're getting older. We're getting older, and yeah. Jose Perez, we can talk all we want, but we're gonna find out this Saturday. This Saturday, we're gonna find out a lot. Questions will be answered this Saturday when it comes down to Boo Boo and David Benavidez. Was Boo Boo a hype job? Was he just a great amateur? Was he just a great amateur that fought um, out of the country um, journeymen? I mean, one of his titles was given to him. One of them was given to him. One was um, one was a vacant title that he won as well. What just happened to Shakur Stevenson? Not saying the performance was like that, but one of those titles was like that for him. Or was he avoided? Was he heavily avoided and people didn't want to fight him because of his style? These questions are gonna be answered, you know, and then you already know me and Punch, we're gonna be going at it. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, I gotta bite it in the chin if I'm gonna lose, or Punch is gonna have to bite it in the chin if he gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely had a great interview yesterday. You really want that hash brown question mark? Yeah, why not? A little hash brown with the sandwich. You know, the hash brown with the who don't like a hash brown? Let's stop playing. I had some cold coffee right now. I can't even sip cold coffee. I can't sip cold coffee. Can't. And like my coffee gotta be ice coffee or hot coffee. I can't have mid coffee. Like I don't do that. Andre definitely heavily avoided champions, but he heavily avoided champions. See, and that's what I was trying to tell Punch. Like that could be possible. You know what I'm saying? That could be possible. We don't know. I was in the amateurs with Demetrius Andres. He could really fight though. He was beating your favorite fighter for sure in his era. The only thing that matters for Andre is how he loses. That will determine what fights he gets next. I'm trying to tell him he's going up for an uphill battle. He's coming up for an uphill battle. You know, it's gonna be tough. Like it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. He has to show. What I like about Caleb. Caleb's more sharper. You know, Caleb's sharper than, and I think that if you don't have the power to knock somebody out, you got to be super sharp. You got to have something to bring to the table, or your punch volume and output is amazing. It's to the next level. I don't see like I don't see Andre having those attributes. The thing, being awkward is cool and all. Being awkward and powerful is something too, right? Boo going to win unless he takes a dive. No, 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 no. I love boxing. I rock with you, bro. But we can't do that. We can't do that. That sounds absurd. You know what I'm saying? That sounds absurd. Like Demetrius Andres is heavily paid. I think Punch said he was making like what, $2 to $3 million per fight. Eddie Hearn was giving him the bag, the bag. Why would you? Why would you want to fight David Benavidez to make? I don't even know what Boo Boo's making in this fight, but he's probably making like 7 or 8. You know, seven, maybe less. You know, because they were offering 7 to him with Charlo, which I do remember that. But no, 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 no. There's no dive. You know, it could be that a controversial win for David Benavidez due to the fact that he is B side. A great fight, and it could be a draw, and therefore they can make more money in the second time, or win or lose from either fighter. But a dive, I can't see a dive in that fight. Boo Boo got way too much honor for that. He's also heavily taxed from New York. Well, Boo Boo's not from New York. He's from Providence, Rhode Island. You know, so the taxes are decent there. The taxes are decent there, for sure. Um, I don't. There's no dive. There's going to be a great fight, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this weekend is a great fight. I'm looking forward to this fight more than like I'm getting and I don't want to go right. I don't want to go like jumping for joy like too much, but it gives me the same type of excitement to the Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andres fight. Like it's the same vibe for me. It's the same excitement. You know what I'm saying? And that's saying a lot because it took like 4 or 5 years to build that Caleb Plant and David Benavidez fight. So that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to skills, like that's the vibe I get. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more, nothing less. You know. Um, Champion, Peace Mills. I didn't know how you were. I didn't know you was live. You got to press the notification button, my brother. Press that notification button, man. Smash a like button. I'm pretty sure you subscribe, Champion, though. I appreciate you, though, for chopping by, though. Absolutely. Yeah, this is towards the end of the live. We had a great session with Bren Man, always bringing in great intel. So, they need to let the people send money with the Zelle way easier. What about Cash App, man? What about Cash App? Do y'all want to send your boy a Cash App for the hard work? Maybe give that hash brown. Here it is, man. It's a Cash App situation. Here it is. Here it is. Right there. Just in case. Wear them glasses. You know what? I'm tired of lying to you guys. Oh, okay. So Jackie says, I only got PayPal. They used to pay me on. I think my PayPal's the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I'm we having a good time regardless. Oh, here it is. Okay, boom. Just check it out right now. Nah. Either way, I only got Zelle. Okay, 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 okay. Well, either way, super chats is fine. You know, YouTube takes so much money off of it. 40%. Why would they do that? YouTube is one of those platforms that they make a ton of money. You can tell, right? He's messing up his eyes. You're right. You're right, Jackie. I'm gonna get off the live now. Then I'm gonna get off the live now and go get my glasses for the next one. It's in the car. I'm sick of lying to y'all saying I'm gonna go get it. Cause y'all looking at me like if I'm in your way and shit, looking at the comments. So I gotta go fix that. And you're right, Jackie. I'm messing up my eyes for sure. He on the way. Come on, Big Money. Don't agree on that. I don't want to be blind. Yeah, they take the majority that we send. It's crazy, Jackie, right? 40%, like 40%. Like, talk about that's taxing right there. That's taxing right there. You know, we looking at it in the polls, man. What we looking at in the polls? Appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'm gonna get my glasses so I don't ruin these eyes, and I'm gonna keep them inside the house because they've been in the car, and I put them in my gym bag. So when I'm in the boxing gym, I'll be watching my students do their thing and shit like that. Buen provecho, gracias, gracias. Um, Philip, what's going on? Because they till live until their platform. Mills said, "Come on, don't agree with that." Mills said, "Come on, don't agree with that." What are you talking about, bro? Talk to me, champion. Talk to me. What you mean by that? What don't you agree? What don't you agree? Which is cool, because I don't like agreeing with everybody. I think like what type of conversation you're gonna have if you're just agreeing with everything? Oh, welcome to the live chat. Remember, okay, keep mines in the car too, so I can trip on you, bro. Yeah, I do too. Oh, Jamal Washington, thank you for the $2. Now I got the the hash browns. I'm gonna go to Market Basket and grab some hash browns. Yeah, that with the egg is lit. Champion, he don't understand what you mean. We get it though. Mills, you told the guy in the comments don't agree with homegirl. Laughing my ass off. Oh. Oh, I get it. I get y'all. I get y'all. I get y'all. Yeah. Um, all right, guys. All right, guys. Man, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Um, Tenemos hambre. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna get some food, and then we'll get back at you guys. Oh, Justin Acosta, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you, man. Much love. It's hard to stop. It's hard to stop the live if this is coming in like that. The color in the comments are here and stuff like that. So that's definitely tough. But now, now I pay for the taxes for all the hash browns, the eggs, and everything. Now we good. Now we good. 100%. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to go. I appreciate all the donations. It's superly well needed to help the channel grow. Obviously, like I said, I would love to do this full time for y'all. This is what I love to do is coach boxing and talk about boxing. So we will continue that. On to the next live. I'll be having the glasses, and I guarantee, I swear, to El Dio Arriba. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my glasses. I don't want to ruin my eyes anymore. I'm squinting like crazy. I'm not reading the comments as fast as I should be or smoothly. But like I said, much love to everybody on the live. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for stopping by. You guys could be doing anything right now, and you guys are here with me, so it's lit. Well, to the next one, man. Mills. No. I guarantee you, I'm gonna have my glasses on for the next one, for sure, for sure. Your YouTube took your tax. Yo, they be raping on the taxes for real. The the taxes, the percentages, the whole thing. But okay, it's all right, man. I mean, we live in America. This is what it is. We're a free country, if you know what I mean. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with another one. Stay tuned. I don't care who I'm talking to. I'm gonna be talking to y'all either way. Much love to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Much love.